Welcome out to P.O. Faulkner Park here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Game tonight between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Jefferson Cougars on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. It's Hall of Fame night here for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Their Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony getting ready to kick off here. So when everything is ready to go, you'll hear that ceremony will be ready for them to start.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Miranda Lynch, and I'm the proud principal of Martinsburg High School. It is truly an honor to welcome you to tonight's Hall of Fame ceremony, a celebration of excellence, tradition, and the individuals who have helped shape the legacy of our school. The idea of the Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame came in 2009 when a conversation sparked around the importance of recognizing the many individuals who have contributed to our school's rich history. Martinsburg High has long been a place of pride, achievement, and strong community ties, and it became clear that there needed to be a way to formally honor those who have made a lasting impact. A dedicated committee was formed, and after thoughtful planning and discussion, the Hall of Fame became a reality. From the beginning, it was important that this recognition reflect the full scope of excellence within our school. As a result, two branches were established, one to honor outstanding athletic accomplishment, the other to recognize academic success and meaningful contributions to Martinsburg High School. What makes this process especially meaningful is that the nominations come from the public, our community, our alumni, and those that know firsthand the impact of these individuals. Each year, a selection committee carefully reviews these nominations and meet in August to determine who will be inducted. Tonight, we continue that proud tradition as we induct our 17th Hall of Fame class. Each of our inductees represent the very best of Martinsburg High School. Their achievements serve as an inspiration to our current students and future generations. To this year's inductees, I want to offer a special message. Your dedication, perseverance, and impact have not only earned you this recognition, but you have helped define what it means to be a Bulldog. You have set a standard of excellence that continues to guide and inspire our school community. We are proud of you, we are grateful for the legacy you've created, and we are honored to celebrate you tonight. Thank you for being here to celebrate this special occasion and to honor those who have helped make Martinsburg High School what it is today. I now would like to turn it over to our Hall of Fame chairwoman, Miss Wanda Miller.
So, without further ado, we have lots of great inductees. Our first is Tim Barto, and he made it very plain to me early on that it was Tim. Tim is a member of the class of 1962. According to his classmates, he was the most impressive and stalwart player of his high school era. Tim was a three-sport athlete: basketball, football, and baseball, lettering in all three. Tim is best known for his exploits on the basketball court. The team's record for his junior and senior years, and I got discrepancy on this. Some said 41-4, and some said 41-2. So they won a lot of games. Tim was on the team all 4 years of high school. He received numerous awards, including All-CVAL Team, All-Tri-State Team, All-Sectional Team, and Honorable Mention All-State Team. His junior year, the basketball team competed for the state championship. This was in the era when only 4 teams were invited to play. Tim was also recognized in football, All-CVAL in 1961 and 62, All-Sectional Baseball in 61 and 62, and Honorable Mention All-State Baseball in 1962. After high school, Tim attended WVU and Shepherd. He has spent 40 years as an engineer for the B&O and CSX railroads, and even though he's lived all over the U.S., he considers Martinsburg his home. Please welcome Tim Barto.
Ladies and gentlemen, all 5 of us appreciate you being here. And I have a little story I'd like to tell you. It's true. In 1961, our team, I'm pretty sure, were the first team to go to the state tournament in basketball. And our lodging at that time, we stayed in the dorm at Marshall University. But anyway, we took a walk the day of our game, and no matter who we talked to, whether it was on campus or in town, nobody knew where Martinsburg was. They'd say, "Where are you from?" Martinsburg. He said, "Where does that locate? We never heard of it." Well, the ending of the story is this. What Martinsburg has done about going to state tournament in all these different sports and won so many championships, you can't go along that Ohio River now that everybody doesn't know exactly where Martinsburg is. And that is a true story, and I'm glad to have brought it to your attention. Thank you very much. And now I can turn it over to Wanda.
Our next inductee is Missy Bullet Soul, and she has a celebrity to introduce her. I'm turning the mic over to someone you'll recognize, Vicki Bullet.
Good evening. This next inductee graduated from Martinsburg High School in 1983. She was a 2-sport athlete, excelling in both basketball and softball. She made the varsity girls basketball team as a freshman under the direction of Coach Dennis Fiery. He knew he had a great player when he first saw her raw speed, competitive instincts, and her overall skill set. She was named to the Journal News Eastern Panhandle Super 7 All-Area Girls Basketball Team in both her junior and senior year. In addition, she had the area in scoring in junior and was voted for numerous Region 2 and Sectional 2 all-tournament teams. In her senior year, she led the team to 20-0 undefeated season, only to fall short in the state finals, where she was named the all-tournament team in 1983. She was equally a dominant player in softball, where she started as a pitcher as a freshman and went on to be named as the Section 2 all-tournament team for her sophomore year while leading the women's team, 1981, to the high school girls softball team to its first ever state championship. She pitched a no-hitter in the semifinal game and followed that up with a 4-hitter in the championship game versus Bishop Donahue. That record has been held for 45 years as of today. Missy continued her athletic career in 1983 at West Virginia State University with a recommendation from the great late Dr. Taylor Perry. She received a partial scholarship where she lettered in basketball and track and field. She started for the Lady Jacket women's basketball team as a freshman and led the team in assists. In track and field, she ran 100 and participated in the sprint relay team. In 1985, she was crowned Miss Junior at the West Virginia State University. She then transferred to West Virginia University, where she completed her education and received her Bachelor's of Science degree in Physical Education in 1987. She retired in 2020 and currently resides in Martinsburg, West Virginia, with her husband, Robert Soul, of 38 years. They have 2 wonderful children, Robert Jr. and Paris Soul. It's my pleasure to introduce one of my cousins, beautiful cousins, to this 2025 Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame inductee, Missy Bullet Soul.
Thank you all. I am so grateful and honored to now be inducted in such an extraordinary Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame family. I am also blessed to be in any category with my cousins, legendary Vicki Bullet, and her brothers, Don and Scotty. Vicki and I played 2 years of basketball and softball together, so I'm just so glad I didn't have to compete against her. So I want to congratulate the other 2025 inductees. Congratulations and a job well done. I would like to thank the ones that helped me get here and throughout my speech today. I want to thank my mom and dad, who are no longer here. I want to thank them for making sure I got my education, supporting me in my athletic career. I know they're watching me and they're very proud of me today. So this is where it all got started, here at Charlotte Prather Park. I started off as a ball girl, or a bat girl, or what have you, and I watched the greats before me, you know, the Pam Bullets, the Bertha Browns, the Grimes sisters, and I had great coaches like Debbie Laymaster and Brenda Neal, Bob Hampton. My first experience being competitive at a softball game here at Charlotte Prather, and some of my teammates might remember this, but there was a runner on first base, bottom of the lineup, and I was at the top of the lineup, and I'm up next to bat, and I hit the ball out to the fence. Well, for me, that was an inside park home run, but I had to remember I had a runner in front of me. So I'm coming around first, and catching up to her, came around second, and I just saw the third base coach's arms go up, and he just put his hands behind his head like he knew I was going to keep going. Although I knew I couldn't pass her, but I knew the ump wasn't going to get both of us. So she slid in the home plate, and I slid in right behind her with my feet in her back, and the ump said, "Out, safe." I was safe. So I got up, and that's how competitive I was and daring, because right after that, you know, I saw again the greats that was before me. I wanted to be just like them, but after that game, I felt like I want to be better than them. So I took my talent over to Martinsburg High School and played for Craig Poisel. And as a pitcher, he wanted me to do the windmill. I couldn't get it down. You know, I tried to wind up and it hit the back of my leg and I just couldn't get the ball off. So he saw that I was frustrated and he let me continue to do the rocker. And that rocker, yes, brought Martinsburg High School their first state championship title in 1981. Shout out to the 1981 state championship team. But I wouldn't have been a winner or a champion if it wasn't for players like Lynn Banks and Aaron Banks and Edie Johnson, Barb Carter, Kim Kiesecker. I mean, we were stacked. We had talent, okay? So, and then I tried out for the, basketball team. And Terry Forrest wanted me to play for the JV team. He was a JV coach at that time. And I wanted to play for the JV team. But at that time, because I knew I was going to get more playing time. But I made the varsity team instead, and I know I was privileged to be on the varsity team as a freshman. But at that time, I was nervous. I had to play for Dennis Fiery. Everybody knows who Dennis Fiery is, and boy was I scared of him. I was scared. I'd go home crying to my parents after practice, and, he yells at me all the time, and of course my parents, they were like, well, are you bleeding? No. Is there anything broken? No. Well, then you get your butt right back at that school and you listen to that man. And I did, because at that time, at that age, we didn't know the difference between corrective criticism or being criticized. But I realized if he wasn't yelling at me, that meant he didn't care about me because he saw that I had potential. So I'm glad I listened to him, and he turned out to be the greatest coach I ever had. Shout out to the girls basketball team that made it to states this year. Congratulations. So after that, I left to go to school and played college ball, finished school, went to Virginia, and got my first head high school girls basketball job there. I was fortunate enough to coach my daughter, and yes, I was tough on her. I used that same Dennis Fiery technique on her, and she got it on the court, off the court, in the locker room, on the way home, and then she got it again from her dad when she got home. So, yeah. So at this time, I would like to thank the ones that voted me in. I'd like to thank Vicki Bullet, my teammate and my family, a legend. Thank you so much, Vicki. I love you. Kim Kiesecker, my teammate, a champion, and a GOAT. I always called her the GOAT because she was one of the greatest. And I'd like to thank my coaches, Dennis Fiery and Terry Forrest. Terry Forrest is here today representing me with his wife Linda. Thank you so much, Terry, for coming out, for supporting me and encouraging me, challenging me, and believing in me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank my church and my teammates, my friends for being here today. My family, my big brother Tony is here. My big sister June is here. They threw me out to the woods early on as a child, and just had faith in me that I would get out there and be whoever I wanted to be. So thank you guys. I want to thank my kids, Robert Jr. and Paris. You guys were very small when I was still continuing to play basketball and softball, and you allowed me to do that. And thank you for letting me coach you and teach you, and understanding that I wanted to do more and mentor other kids when I could have been home with you. So I love you guys for that. And last but not least, I would like to thank my husband, Robert Soul, the 2020 Hedgesville High School Hall of Famer. You have been my you have been my A1 from day one. I want to thank you for supporting me throughout my career. We both have been so competitive in sports. You've been my backbone, my best friend. But we have now one more thing in common, babe, and I want to tell you that for the last 5 years, you have been jokingly asking me, how does it feel to be married to a Hall of Famer? So now I can finally say to you, babe, how does it feel to be married to a Hall of Famer? I love you, and thank you all for supporting me throughout my journey. Go Dogs!
Our next inductee is Spencer Ferguson. Spencer is a member of the class of 1990. He was a three-sport letterman participating in basketball, baseball, and football. Spencer had the privilege of playing for Martinsburg Hall of Fame coaches Dave Rogers, Vic Holmes, and Dennis Etherington. Spencer received all-state and all-area honors in all three sports. In basketball, Spencer was a 3-year starter on the varsity team. He played in 2 state championship games and was selected to the all-tournament team twice. Spencer was nominated for the McDonald's High School All-American game. He attended the highly competitive 5-star basketball camp as a junior, where he made the All-Star team and was selected best guard in camp. In baseball, Spencer played all 4 years on varsity and was a part of the 1989 state championship team. As a sophomore, Spencer was the area's leading rusher in football, which earned him a spot in the Weekend Journal's illustrious 11 team. Upon graduation, Spencer attended the University of Maryland, Baltimore County on a basketball scholarship. He was a 4-year letterman and played in 100 games for the Retrievers. As a senior, Spencer was the co-leader in scoring and steals for his team. Spencer graduated with a BA in economics from UMBC and later graduated from West Virginia University with an executive MBA. Spencer has been employed at General Motors for the last 28 years and now resides in Minnesota with his wife Heather and sons Owen and Carter. Please welcome Spencer Ferguson.
I want to thank Wanda for the great introduction. If I ever do this again, don't put me behind her. So, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out to share this special occasion with us. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be inducted into the Martinsburg Hall of Fame. Again, I would like to congratulate the other inductees here today. This is such a humbling moment for me, and this is one that I will always cherish. First, I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for this honor. And some of you may not know this, but I'm the 5th Ferguson in my family to be inducted into the Martinsburg Hall of Fame. My uncles Raymond, who's here today, and Ronnie, who's in the red shirt right there with the camera, and my 2 brothers, Curtis and Michael, who I believe are also here out there. They received this honor as well. So I want to give a very special thanks to the committee for not putting a family limit on us and accepting me into. Thank you. There are so many people that have supported me throughout my sports journey, and it's simply too many to name individually. So I say to all my coaches, teachers, teammates, friends, and especially family members who took the time to support and invest in my success over the years, thank you. I'm truly grateful for your support. To the community members that came to our games to cheer us on, you're the best fans an athlete could ask for. This award would not be possible without all of you. And last but certainly not least, I would like to acknowledge and thank my wife Heather and sons Owen and Carter, who could not be here today, but are cheering me on from Minnesota. Thank you.
I've been sitting over here listening to our next 2 inductees joke because Pete says he's always been last, and tonight he's not going to be last. Pete Yurish is a member of the class of 1982. He competed in football, wrestling, and track and field for the Bulldogs. Yurish lettered 3 years in football for the Bulldogs. He led the team in tackles as a junior and garnered numerous postseason honors, including First Team Morning Herald and Martinsburg Journal accolades. He topped the team in tackles and rushing as a senior on a 9-2 squad that won the Tri-State Championship and made the state playoffs. Pete was a 4-year letterman in wrestling and posted an 81-37 mark over his career while wrestling in the 167, 185, and heavyweight weight classes. During his senior year, he had his best record going 26-6 while being undefeated as a heavyweight. Yurish finished first in the West Virginia Region 2 meet and 5th at the state tournament. Yurish lettered 2 years in track and field as he participated in the 200-meter, the 4x200-meter relay, the long jump, and the shot put. He qualified for states with a 4th place finish in the shot put at the Region 2 meet as a senior. Pete is a Shepherd graduate and a member of their Hall of Fame. He was the 2nd all-time leading tackler and 3-year captain for the Rams. Pete has also had an outstanding coaching career. He has coached at numerous high schools and colleges, including the University of Maryland and Shepherd University. Pete is married to Katrina and has one son, Caleb, who resides in Toledo, Ohio. Please welcome Pete Yurish.
Before I go any further, this is a shout out to all my St. Joe Catholic Church basketball team I'm on. All right? We all used to bless ourselves before we shot free throws, and I was asked to do that tonight, so shout out to you all. I want to first say thank you very much to the committee for believing in me that I had the accolades to stand before this group here and to be part of this illustrious group, and congratulate to my fellow inductees. Thank you for your dedication, your commitment, your desire, and your competitiveness to compete at the top of your game. And Mrs. Zwire, this is a long time coming, so she is a legend in Martinsburg. To begin, I did bless myself. I do want to say I want to thank the good Lord and my mom and dad for giving me this faith that I have. And Coach Lowry, this is an honor to be here and to know you. And I used to go to church with Coach Lowry, and to go with Jefferson High and be here, this is quite awesome. I grew up on Winchester Avenue, and I don't know how many people know this, but if you ever remember Weller's Tavern, my Aunt Rose owned that place, and her nieces and nephews, because she had no children, used to work there. Well, the reason why I bring that story up, this is where I learned Bulldog pride. Any day during the week, for between the hours of 3 o'clock to about 7 o'clock, when all the people from the bakery, Martin Marietta, from Corning, from everywhere around, gentlemen used to come and enjoy a few adult beverages. The topic of the conversation was Martinsburg High School and Martinsburg High School football, and the names like Butch Yurish, Tom Neal, Dave Rogers, Ned Burks, Derek Harrison, Fulton Walker, Hot Rod Green, Jay Quinn, and the list can go on. They were my heroes. And luckily, I got to know these guys a little bit, just a little bit as a kid, and they were regular dudes, but they were heroes. And the one thing that I thought when I heard all these gentlemen talk about them, these guys are making Martinsburg proud. And I thought to myself, if one day I can play and do what I can to make Martinsburg proud, I'm going to do everything I can to do so. So thank God for Bulldog pride. When I first started playing, my mom and dad, and I think Missy alluded to this, the only words my mom and dad said to me was basically, do my best and be my best. Contribute to the team, be reliable, represent yourself with pride, and represent yourself with dignity, and don't let me hear anything about a coach having trouble with you, because you're not going to be playing anymore. So I took those to heart, and I carried that with me to high school, and I have enjoyed a illustrious, fun career coaching, and I have tried to represent and be the best representative of Martinsburg High School when I've gone out into all kinds of communities down south, everywhere I can be. And Tim, I remember one time, many times, talking to people saying it's not fair Martinsburg's playing in the state playoffs of West Virginia because we're in Maryland. Excuse me, I used to give them this. I'm not giving you the finger. I'm showing you where Martinsburg is. We're on this side of the Potomac. So I wanted to let everybody know that. So no one goes this alone. So I got some special folks I need to acknowledge. Our teachers that we had in school, there's way too many to bring about, but there was plenty that touched our lives. Our administration at the time, interesting, Mr. Waldo, Ray Waldo was my principal. I work with his daughter Carrie now, so that is quite an interesting fun. We reminisce about Martinsburg many, many days. I need to bring up my coaches from Youth League. Guys like Skippy Fowler, Bruce Fowler's dad, Bobby Fowler, Cook Fowler's dad, Charlie Fink, Woogie Powell, who's in our Hall of Fame, Benny Banks. All these gentlemen really got me going in the right path. And when I got here to Martinsburg High School, some of these guys coached me and really touched my life. Bob Gibbs, Dennis Etherington, John Moffitt, Ron Gray, and then the guys who really, really saw me as somebody who could take my talents to the next level was Bob Kaminsky, Vic Holmes, Brian Swisher. Brian Swisher is a legend here, and I had the I was fortunate enough to work with him. He was my mentor as a teacher, and he was my supervisor, and I just spoke with him, and it's really good. I told him I was giving him a special shout-out. And the guy who gave me the love of the game was my brother, Coach Yurish, Butch Yurish, who needs to be in this Hall of Fame as well. So some other special people that I need to recognize are all my teammates from football, wrestling, and track. The cool thing with my teammates is they always believed in me, and they always knew that I was going to do my best, and I have many teammates here tonight, and I really appreciate that. I got even teammates from college as well here. I need to congratulate the class of 1982. You guys are awesome. I think we're the greatest class ever because we still have class of 82 parties, and there is many from classes before us and after us that show up. So that is really cool that our class was able to touch the community and be loved by the community as well. I do have some special guests and friends that I do have to name out. I talked about my friends. I need to name Bob Wilson, Brian Butler, Willie Hoop for being my references to help me get into this Hall of Fame. I need to thank Bob Parcelletti, if you guys remember that name. He was a reporter. Bob and I have been linked together, myself as an athlete, and then as coach, he has been with me, and now we are teammates for Antietam Broadband. We broadcast Washington County High School football together, so it's really cool, and he served as a reference here and for me, and I think that is really cool, so thank you, Bob. And then he wrote a beautiful bio for me as my friend Chip Ransom, the sports information director at Shepherd University. He wrote that for me, and I really appreciate Chip. So I've saved the best for last, and I'm trying to go get this done here. I got to thank my wife, Katrina. She has said this. She tried to do this secretly, and it couldn't work out. She nominated me. She needed help, and she's told everybody she didn't know the Martinsburg High School Pete Yurish. And we've always agreed that's a good thing, but I know that's funny. But here's the beautiful realities of that. My dad passed away. Katrina came in my life about 6 months later, and she changed my life. And she is my heart and soul. My love story wouldn't be the same without her. So I got to thank my son. He's the reason why I live and I do what I do. My son Caleb, he's out in Toledo, Ohio. He's not here. I've got several cousins, nieces, and nephews. This is awesome you are here, and I appreciate the support and the love that you have shared with me. So when I was born, I don't ever remember growing up without a ball in my hand. And I think my family knew that I was a sports person, and they just knew it. So each one of my siblings had something to do with that, and they took care of me and treated me as, Pete, this is sports, and this is you, this is your life. So I want to give a special shout out to each one of them. My brother Butch, who coached me, and I was his kid brother, and he treated me like kid brother till my senior year. But he taught me the game of football and taught me wrestling, and he's the reason why I'm a coach today, or I coached for 35 years. But he taught me the love of sports. My oldest sister, Jolene, nurtured me as a child and cared for me. Her and her husband, Steve, attended every one of my varsity games when I was in high school here, and every home game when I was playing at Shepherd. My sister Karen used to beat my butt. If you know anything about an older sibling, she taught me mental toughness and physical toughness, and I really appreciate that, because that made me really the player that I was. My sister Rhonda, who named me Pete, because my real name's Anthony Francis, too long to explain, but she named my name Pete. And the one thing about my sister Rhonda, everybody has a corner person, right? My sister Rhonda is my corner person. My youngest sister Melanie, and she is here, she should be the mayor of Martinsburg, because I haven't met anybody that I don't know that don't know my little sister Melanie. She's the greatest, coolest thing ever. We shared a lot of high school memories because she was a freshman when I was a senior. I got to mention my brother Mike, who has passed away. He was my loving brother. He's the guy who taught me never doubt yourself, believe in yourself, and he was the biggest Pete Yurish fan ever. Last two people I need to mention is my mother. My mother is a beautiful person. If you ever knew her, she was crazy, but the most lovingest person, most givingest person you could ever want to meet. My dad was an advice giver. He gave advice, and he was the guy who always told me to, do this, do that, and as many times I did and didn't learn. So I tried to make sure that I learned, and I'm going to come back to that. What was really cool, my mom and dad were married for 33 years. We have a deep faith in our family. Christ died at the age of 33. So my brother Mike, my brother Butch, and myself, and I was fortunate enough to do this in college, we all wore the number 33. So we always felt that that was always a great blessing, that was the God looking over us. In the Catholic faith, we believe in the Holy Trinity, which is called the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So we thought we had to double of that going in every contest that we played. Two quick stories that I got to leave with you. This involves Vic Holmes, and when you're a teacher, you never know, little things really touch students' lives. Every day that I would go down into the gym area, into the basement, and I would get my picture, and I went down there just for this reason, to see his office. You could see his office. And on the back corner of his office, he had in a picture frame, it said the ladder of success. The same people you meet on the way up on the ladder of success are the same people you meet on the way back down. A wise person said, you may not say that, you might offend people. I said, well, my interpretation of that is never forget where you come from. And trust me, folks, I have never, ever forgot where I came from. And to wear this orange and black is, once again, is an honor and a privilege. My last story is about my dad. I told you he gave me advice. And he also used to call me the slowest learner he ever met. In front of Martinsburg High School, up across the heading, it used to say, enter to learn, go forth to serve. Well, I always walked to school. I never got a ride to school till Melanie got in high school, and it'd be cold, and Dad would give us a ride, and he would drop us off in the front of school, not back on the hill where it was cool to go in. Don't know why he did that, but he did. And so every day he'd pull in, he'd say, enter to learn, go forth to serve. It's like, what the heck are you talking about? Eventually I asked him, and he's like, oh, you dummy, it's right up there on the heading. So I read it, and I thought, man, that's really cool, He said, and then he would leave every day, you all go in there and learn something. All right, so fast forward many, many years. This summer, I come over to the school, and I was so excited to park in the front of the school just to see that, and it wasn't there. Martinsburg High School is there. And I was dejected, but I walk in, and of course it's all different now where the smokestack is. You walk through the office, and I'm walking, and God must have told me, look right, and I look right, and I come face to face with, enter to learn, go forth to serve. And I stopped in my tracks. I could just hear my dad's voice. And when I read that, I said, you know what? I am a slow learner. because I did learn something, and I spent my whole life serving. So I learned to serve in Martinsburg High School, and I learned to serve the community and my family well, and I'm looking forward to continue to serve our community, to wear this jacket proudly, and not to be precocious, but to tell people, yes, we are from Martinsburg, and yes, we're West Virginia, and yes, if you want to fight, we're going to fight to the death. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Our final inductee is Carolyn Zwire. Carolyn is a member of the class of 1961. She was a teacher of English, speech, and drama for many years at MHS, touching many students' lives and mentoring many colleagues. She gave me many hours of wise advice as we rode to school together in the mornings. One of Carolyn's students describes her as follows. She was a very involved, caring teacher and theater director with great intelligence, skill, and a wonderful sense of humor. Another said, "She sensed something in me and guided my emerging talent. I have since made 30-plus movies as well as authoring books and plays." In case you haven't guessed, that student was the late, great Daniel Boyd. A colleague described Carolyn as the epitome of what every student needs: calm, kind, structured, but not too much, compassionate, and above all, the consummate perfectionist. Carolyn often tells the story of remaining calm and in charge when a student made a rapid exit via the balcony in the auditorium during play practice. Outside of school, Carolyn was instrumental in founding the Soup Kitchen at the First Baptist Church, is active in West Virginia Garden Club, is a member of both Women Investing in Shepherd and the Shepherd University Foundation, and of course, she's still involved in theater. Please welcome Carolyn Zwire.
It wasn't until I was sitting here that I really realized what this is all about. And what an honor. In 1957, I entered the halls of Martinsburg High School as a freshman. I graduated in 1961 and continued to learn as I progressed to West Virginia University. When I graduated from there in 1965, I knew I was headed to Broadway. I just knew that I was going to be the next Helen Hayes, but that didn't materialize. I found the best stage in the entire world, and that was the classroom. Where else could you come into the classroom and have the audience hold their attention, watch the light bulbs go on, and watch them learn and progress? I have been so blessed. God has been so good to me. In the halls of Martinsburg High School, actually in the auditorium at Martinsburg High School, we built a barn for Plain and Fancy. We did the Yellow Brick Road in The Wizard of Oz. We built a 2-story set for the Diary of Anne Frank, and on and on and on. And there are no small actors. There are just small parts. So you act well your part. And that's the advice that I give to all of you young students. Cherish each moment as you come into the classroom, and cherish the memories that you have. As I said, I've been blessed. God has allowed me to continue to teach. We're studying the Bible, and right now we're going through the book of Isaiah. So pray for us. That's a tough book. But it's been my delight to actually graduate from Martinsburg High School, come back and teach at Martinsburg High School. Wow. Thank you all very, very much.
As As we conclude this evening, I want to remind our community that ceremonies like this would not be possible without your nominations. Please continue to recognize those who make a difference, and nomination forms can be found on the Martinsburg High School homepage. I would be remiss if I did not thank some individuals whose hard work and dedication made tonight possible. The Hall of Fame Selection Committee, the Martinsburg High School Administrative Team, Miss Melinda Thompson, Miss Katie Myers, Miss Wanda Miller, and those that nominated the class of 2025. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the honor and remarkable legacy of Martinsburg High School. Go Dogs!
That concludes the Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame ceremony. We will take a short break and come back soon with the pregame for EPAC Baseball on TV 10. Martinsburg taking on the Jefferson Cougars. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, Cody's Auto Body, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Berkeley County Health Department, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, and CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg. Getting you ready for EPAC Baseball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Dylan Bishop and Trip Tobin with you on the call. Kyler High back at the studio. On-site producer for this game, Colton Musgrove. Behind the cameras is Ethan Elliott and Vernon Dale Piquel. We're going to get you right into our coaches' interviews for this game as we have a bit of abbreviated pregame with the Hall of Fame ceremony. Interviews are brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Here with Coach Byler, the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach, take me through the last week or so of play for you guys. Obviously, the last time we saw you, it was the game at Washington. Didn't go your guys' way with Grant having that rough third inning. He's going to go again tonight against Jefferson. Take me through the last week of your team and how you've approached things with Grant after that outing going into tonight.
Well, I mean, like we talked about, before that game, Washington can really hit the ball. So, I don't think Grant has best stuff, but, Washington, you don't want to take any credit away from Washington. They hit the ball really well. So, we're expecting Grant to go out here tonight and give us a real good start. And, just going back to 2 nights ago when we played Martinsburg, we had 13 hits. So again, and they threw some guys out there that were pretty quality. So you hope that you can keep that going. It's kind of been no secret, early on that we've been getting really good pitching. The bats haven't really produced enough runs to win. So we're hoping to build off that. We had a good day of practice yesterday. I thought we hit it really well. So just hoping to build off that and get the bats going.
Jefferson coming in here tonight, they're going to throw Andrew Engel again. When you guys were at Jefferson, he pitched a really good game against you guys. What do you want your team's approach at the plate to be against him tonight?
Yeah, he pounds the strike zone, so let's just get up there and grip it and rip it, man. Let's just hunt fastball, hit fastballs, put it in play, make him field it, and see if we can put a little pressure on him. We didn't really put much pressure on him there till late in the game the last time we faced him.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Dylan.
Here's Coach Lowry, the Jefferson Cougars. Coach, what can you tell me about how your team is playing so far? What can you tell me about the game against Washington earlier this week? You guys were able to get the win, and how you're feeling about the team's overall recent performance.
Well, we were fortunate against Washington. We were able to get some runs early and be able to make them stand up. We got a good pitching performance and played good defense, and those have been, to this point in the season, our 2 strengths. We can throw it across the plate fairly regularly, and we seem to be able to catch it when it's hit. So I think those are both keys in high school baseball. We've hit at times. We'd like to be able to maybe be a little more consistent at the plate, but we're working on that. And we have a good group of kids that work hard and play for each other. And we've been fortunate this far of the season to be able to win some close games, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
And then I'll just ask you about coming to Martinsburg here today, where you guys got the win the first time when they came to your place. You're going to throw Andrew Engel again. This time they've got Grant Henderson. How are you feeling about tonight's matchup and how you want your guys to approach Grant Henderson at the plate?
Again, I think what I alluded to a minute ago, that first game I think was 1-0. So we obviously need to be able to score some runs. Martinsburg has a nice team. I think the EPAC is strong throughout. It's balanced. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night, and I think that speaks well for baseball in our area.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks to Coach Byler and Coach Lowry for the time. Before this one, we'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break. Come back with first pitch coming up soon. Scheduled for 7:10. It'll come soon. So after this 2-minute break, we'll get you starting lineups and analysis before this one. This is EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio, or TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
Providing reliable
Our starting lineups on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube are brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you. Starting lineup tonight for the visitors, the Jefferson Cougars, goes like this. It'll be Nyan Dominguez batting leadoff, shortstop wearing number 9. Number 4, Liam Healy will bat second in right field, and it's Jet Gross, number 1, the left fielder in the third spot. Batting cleanup is number 13, Surf Garrett, first base. Then it's center fielder number 7, Andrew Rolfe in the 5 spot, followed by Andrew Engel, the pitcher, number 20. Then in the 7 spot, it's Tegan Moulton, second baseman wearing number 5. Liam Sager will hit 8th. He will catch and wear number 3. Kyle Kutcher will round things out for Jefferson, wearing number 10 and playing third base. On the other side for Martinsburg, it'll go like this. Jameer Brown will lead things off, wearing number 27, playing shortstop. Then it's Liam Coe in the number 2 spot, wearing number 7, playing center field. Silas Zarnecki, the third baseman, number 10, will hit in the third spot. In the cleanup hole, it'll be DH number 23, Malachi Green. The pitcher, Grant Henderson, number 4, will hit 5th, followed by first baseman number 9, Bradley Loper. Then hitting 7th, it'll be left fielder number 1, Brody Robinson. In the 8th spot, it's right fielder number 3, Nick Domenico. And then rounding out the lineup for Martinsburg will be the catcher, number 5, Braden Fox. Dayon Fisher, number 21, the second baseman, will be out in the field, being DH4. Starting batteries, as mentioned, are Andrew Engel throwing to Liam Sager for Jefferson. On the other side, it's Grant Henderson throwing to Braden Fox. Starting batteries brought to you by Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced and certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777. Dylan Bishop and Trip Tobin with you on the call. Kyler High back at the studio. Colton Musgrove, Ethan Elliott, and Vernondale Piquel. Our on-site production team, Trip, Jefferson, and Martinsburg here tonight. First time they played, 1-0. It was a pitcher's duel, and Jefferson going with the same pitcher. Martinsburg throwing their other ace on the mound, Grant Henderson. Should be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I mean, both these teams have a couple of great pitchers, and they just need, Martinsburg needs to find some, some run support for those guys. Their pitching staff's ERA and your strikeouts, and I mean they have phenomenal stats. They don't have a lot of wins at some point, sometimes against some of the EPAC teams to show for it. But if you can give Grant or Jameer a couple of runs, they're hard to, they're certainly hard to beat on the mound. But Jefferson does a good job of getting the ball in play, playing a lot of small ball. They're going to put pressure on Martinsburg. Martinsburg has to do the same. I watched Andrew Engel all summer long throw to contact. He'll be winning the game, 5-2, 4-2, and you'll think he's got 10 strikeouts, and he's got about 2 or 3 strikeouts with no walks and, about 80% weak contact. Some of his advanced stats are just off the charts. He gets guys out in 2 or 3 pitches. He's 12, 13 pitches an inning kind of guy, so he does things a little differently than Grant. Grant has very similar stats. He throws the ball harder, has a big bite and slider, and he can throw the ball by you. So it's going to be a battle of offenses. If any of these offenses can get to these 2 of these aces, I think that's where it's at. If one of these teams can get 4 runs, it's going to be big.
All right, let's take a 2-minute break. Come back with first pitch. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion. If you've been hurt in a car accident, time is critical. You've got car repairs, legal deadlines, and medical treatment that can't wait. The sooner you call Mansion Injury Law, the sooner we can help you. Because memories fade, evidence gets lost, and photos can't be retaken. You only get one chance. Let us help you make things right. Get more with Mansion. Call 1-800-557-4LAW.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
First pitch on TV 10, brought to you by the Marys Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. We're going to go into the top of the first. Martinsburg and Jefferson from P.O. Faulkner Park. These two teams have faced off once this year, and we saw 1 run total. Andrew Engel on the mound for Jefferson and Jameer Brown for the Bulldogs. Tonight, it'll be Engel versus Grant Henderson, our last game that we had on TV 10. It was another Grant Henderson performance where he got roughed up by Washington. It was an 8-run third inning given up by Henderson to the Washington Patriots. But the Patriots have had a lot of success this year. Now, on the other hand, so has Jefferson, even if a lot of runs weren't put up on the board against the Bulldogs that first time around in Shenandoah Junction. But tonight, both of these sides are going to be looking to put up some runs on the board, but it's going to be tough against these pitchers.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's just kind of been the MO of Martinsburg. I mean, they have went out there against the EPAC teams, put up, thrown some really, Jameer and Grant have thrown some great games. Unfortunately, they didn't get the run support in some of those games. The Washington game earlier in the year, they had that comeback victory and did put some runs on the board that night. Since then, they haven't found their groove too much as far as it goes in the EPAC. A couple runs against Musselman, a few runs here and there against Jefferson. Didn't score against Edgeville, so they've got to find some offense here, getting late in the season. Jefferson getting Healy back and getting a couple guys in the lineup warming up is going to be that's going to be big for them as well, because they started off the year offensively, then kind of fell off, so they need to pick it back up as well.
First pitch was a strike on the outside corner. So is the second one to Nyan Dominguez. Top of the first, brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home proudly serving the area since 1880. It's a 3-pitch strikeout by Grant Henderson to start the game against Dominguez.
Yeah, Grant's in a hurry up on that mound to get ready to go. Dominguez tried to call a timeout. Grant was already ready to go. Didn't get the timeout, and Grant just went with a fastball right by him as he's kind of trying to get that timeout. You better be ready in the box if Grant's throwing.
And we already get the first pitch into the second batter for Jefferson, Liam Healy, who missed the first matchup between these first two teams.
Yeah, he was nursing a ankle injury. I talked to him before the game. Says about 85%. 85%. Healy at 85% is a pretty daggone good ball player.
Healy's going to foul off this pitch, make it 2-1. Dominguez, Healy, and Jet Gross at the very least in this half inning for Jefferson. The 2-1 is going to be a fastball outside, make it 3-1.
Healy won't offer. He's got a great eye. He'll take a hit by pitch. He'll take a walk. He'll take anything at all. He'll sacrifice his. He has a lot of games where he's 0 for 0 with on base 3 times with 2 walks and hit by pitch or something to that effect. So
3-1's in the zone.
He will take a pitch as he took he will take a walk there as he takes that 3-1 pitch for a strike.
And this is contact made. Henderson tried to reach behind his back for it, but it goes right up the middle for a base hit into center field.
And that's what Healy does. He just, sees a lot of pitches, swings the bat. He will turn on the ball. He can hit it in the gap. And 3-2, he can, he finds a way to just put the bat on the ball and find a little hole there. So he got a C&I single, and Jefferson's got a man on base here.
That brings up Jet Gross. Runner on first and 1 out. Henderson, give him an all-speed pitch that can't break into the zone. High, 1-0.
Not sure Healy is a base-stealing threat here at the moment with that ankle, but certainly going to keep an eye on him.
Henderson nods into his catcher, and the pitch. Fastball going to run inside for ball 2.
Gross, a left-hander, getting a chance this year to 2A. Didn't swing a lot last year. This year is leading the team in a lot of offensive categories. Got his toes up on the line here against one of the best pitchers in the EPAC, so showing a little confidence.
2-0. That one's low. 3-0 count.
Grant giving him a little respect, knowing the Jets been hitting the ball well. Speed out of the box from the left side.
That will get across. Gross started down towards first base. Thought maybe he could get it.
It's 3-0 automatic.
Makes it 3-1.
Yeah, I want to see some baseball here.
At 3-1, big cut by Gross, but he can't hit it.
He was sitting on a 3-1 dead red and didn't catch up there, so he got the pitch he was looking for. Grant did a great job of keeping it down and not up in the zone where he couldn't get to it.
Payoff pitch. Big swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Henderson.
Good job by Henderson there with the 3-0 count, working it back, so shows some confidence in his fastball there. Got to be careful here with 2 outs. You don't want to get down 2-0 to the big hard-hitting surf, so might want to try to paint some corners here.
Guerra will take the first pitch around the knees for strike 1.
Yeah, you're going to want to stay there with this big guy. He can give it a ride, that's for sure.
Guerra ready. Henderson with the pitch. That will hit the zone. Late call, but it got across. Makes it 0-2.
He's where he's got to be careful. 0-2, want to try to limit the pitch count, but also you want to, he's already up there looking to swing 0-2 at anything close, so can give him something there as the ball got away. They threw the fastball away, see if he would offer. Look for him to maybe go curveball in now since he got him looking away, maybe try to freeze him up.
Henderson's 1-2. That will go back to the outside. It broke off the plate. Makes it 2-2.
Worked away. Tried to give him the fish for the slider there away. What a good job here with 2 outs, 2 strikes. Not to give him anything he can get a barrel on.
The 2-2. That's another one towards the outside, but can't get the call in the corner.
Yeah, tough pitch there. It was borderline, 50-50.
3-2.
2 outs. Liam Healy will be going. Anything in the gap could create a run here. I think you still want to be careful. I know you don't want to walk him here, but you certainly don't want to be down 2-0 or 1-0 if you don't want to give in.
Runner goes. That's fouled straight back.
Great job there by Grant, not giving in, just throwing the ball hard on the outside corner, and Guerra caught up to it enough to get a piece on it. Guerra, one of the top hitters in the EPAC for years. He feels like he's been playing for 3 or 4 years, come up as a freshman, and he's been in the top of that lineup.
He was making waves on our Little League broadcasts even before that. Here's another payoff pitch coming from Henderson. Runner goes again, and this is outside and a bit low.
Can't hate it, though. You really can't hate it. I wouldn't be mad if I was a coach of that. I wouldn't want to give in. It's not a tremendous amount of speed on the bases. Liam's a little dinged up. Surf's not known for his speed, so it's going to take a ball in the gap to get to get these guys in, and so that's not a hateful pitch. I don't think a hateful walk.
Brings up Andrew Rolfe. First pitch to him is a big cut. Nothing on it. Strike 1.
Rolfe not a lot of success last time against Jameer, so feeling like maybe he can get him here. A young guy, and he didn't have a lot of varsity at bats last year, so his first year getting a shot at it. Doing a great job for Jefferson. Moved himself up into the 5 spot.
The 0-1 is fouled off.
That was in his hands there. Martinsburg defense pushes back. Jameer checks the runner there. Loper's back behind Guerra. The outfield playing normal. Everybody's back trying to knock the ball down. Keep the ball in the infield. Try to get an out at any base.
Next one fouled off. Hit off of Rolfe's leg himself.
Now you're seeing why Rolfe's up there. He's done a great job of fighting off some pitches there. Some nasty pitches there on the inner half.
So Rolfe has 2 runners on. Looking to do some damage in the very first half inning of tonight's contest. Henderson, quick look at second. Now the pitch. That's strike 3 looking on the outside part of the plate. All 3 outs come from strike 3. As we go into the bottom of the first, Jefferson leaves 2 runners on, still scoreless. We'll take 60 seconds, come back with more EPAC baseball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
Senator Jason Barrett fought for the taxpayers of West Virginia and won. He passed historic tax cuts, putting more money in the pockets of hardworking families. Here's Jason Barrett.
I went to Charleston on a mission. We cut the personal income tax by more than 30% and returned over $1 billion to the taxpayers of West Virginia. And nothing makes me prouder than having the opportunity to serve you as your state senator.
Paid for by friends of Jason Barrett.
Bottom of the first on TV 10 is brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area? Call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-263-4222 or visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. Andrew Engel will get another shot at the Martinsburg Bulldogs here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Dylan Bishop and Trip Tobin with you on the call. Kyler High producing back at the studio. Colton Musgrove, our on-site producer. Vernon Dale Piquel and Ethan Elliott behind the TV 10 cameras this evening. We'll see Jameer Brown, Liam Coe, and Silas Sarnecki here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, it wasn't, I was talking off air there that, with Garrett had been back kind of in the 2-3 hole, a couple of times, a little protection, and now tonight, maybe Martinsburg feels like they can, that they can possibly pitch around him a little bit. Looks like Grant wasn't really worried about too much about striking him out there, so could have been the reason.
First pitch from Brown, fouled right back.
So as this game rolls on, Rolfe, Engel, Moulton, they're going to have to, show Martinsburg they can get on base, so they won't pitch around to give Surf some protection there.
When Engel faced Martinsburg on March 27th, it was a 5-hit shutout. No walks allowed, 5 strikeouts on 97 pitches, 63 of which were for strikes. This one came in for a strike, and here's the next pitch. Brown tried to check his swing. Home plate umpire says he went around. 1-2.
That's what Andrew does. He doesn't give you a lot of walks. He throws the ball over the plate, makes his defense work, gets a lot of weak contact. His advanced stats are off the charts sometimes.
There's strike 3 looking. Jameer Brown goes down on strikes to start this one out at the plate for Martinsburg.
Has a Friday night feel to it. Hall of Fame night, crowded. Martinsburg's got some spectators. Jefferson bringing down a good crowd.
Number 7.
You hear the crowd hearing a little noise here as the freshman comes to the plate.
Brings up Liam Coe. Freshman in the 2 spot will take strike 1.
Looks like both pitchers weren't affected too much by the Hall of Fame festivities. Sometimes when you get out of your routine, it throws you off a little bit. Grant and Peanut here both are throwing well early.
Next pitch in for a ball. Hall of Fame ceremony wrapped up around 6:50. Each team got 20 minutes out on the field, warmed up on their half of the field, and we started around 7:10. There's a big swing and a miss.
Hats off to Principal Miranda Lynch for a beautiful ceremony.
Of course.
A wonderful day.
Here's the 0-2 to Coe. He's going to foul this one off to stay alive.
That might have went over near my truck. Watch out.
Yeah.
Didn't hear no glass break noises.
Here's another 0-2 and we're fouled away. A 1-2.
Liam Coe's just been amazing this year as a freshman against some. I'm not sure he knows some of the pitching he's against some days.
And this is hit into center field. It looks like it's right at Andrew Wolf. Rolfe does make the catch for out number 2.
I watch him go up there, and I see some of these guys that play in the summer, and I see them play, when they're travel teams and things, and just how successful they are. And Coe to go up there and battle toe-to-toe. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure he knows how good the competition is he's hitting against some days, and I'm not sure he cares. He just has ice in his veins.
Zarnecki looks like just barely got clipped, maybe on the jersey by this for a hit by pitch.
Yeah, he sold it pretty well. I did think he'd catch him on the jersey, kind of snooped it by there. Everybody kind of knew it. Fastball that ran in a little bit on Andrews, something that he doesn't do a lot of. He doesn't give a lot of free bases, like I said, so unusual for Peanut is what we call him, Peanut, Andrew Engel. So at this broadcast, you'll hear me call him Peanut. I'm not used to Andrew.
Brings up Malachi Green. Gets himself a base runner on with 2 outs. He's going to take the first pitch outside for a ball.
Anybody watching, Andrew's uncommitted. During the recruiting process last year, his arm was a little bit sore. Couldn't throw a lot of live pins during visits.
Green's going to hit this one on the ground to Moulton at second. Throw made in time for out number 3. Martinsburg leaves one runner on, and we'll go to the second inning still scoreless after the 60-second break. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Top of the second, brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Grant Henderson will go back to the mound for a second inning of work after striking out 3 in that first inning, leaving 2 runners on. It'll be Engel, Moulton, and Sager due up for the Cougars.
Yeah, it's kind of what you see out of those two guys. Henderson's a power pitcher, strikeout kind of guy. Engels likes to paint the corners, get soft contact, get a strikeout here and there, and get his defense involved. And did uncharacteristically catch the jersey of Silas Arnecki, but exactly what we thought we'd see out of these two guys. Thought Grant did a great job of pitching around Guerra. As good as Grant is, you certainly don't want to leave anything over the plate for a guy as good as Guerra is. So a little gamesmanship there, but I think both pitchers are up to the task here tonight.
Henderson will hit the zone to start the inning here. Here's the 0-1. That'll be just a bit outside for ball 1.
Martinsburg in the Berg uniforms, orange, black numbers and white pants, white hat. They're home whites with the orange jerseys. Jefferson all burgundy with the gold outline, gray pants tonight. Both good-looking uniforms. I think both are new.
They look like it. Here's this next pitch, going to be hit on the ground. Couple hops. Tremere Brown, trouble getting out of the glove, but still in time over at first.
Yeah, he was a slow hopper. He had to come on a little bit of a do or die. Then he had a little tough transfer. A lot of times when that happens, you panic and throw it away, but he threw right on target. So good job from Jameer there, coming in and overcoming a little bit of a transfer issue and keeping his composure, making a good throw. Hard 90 out of Andrew Engel there. Made the play really close.
Early update on the rest of the EPAC. Washington with an early 4-0 lead against Spring Mills. Musselman up 1-0 early on against Hedgesville.
Musselman showing some signs here. They really put it on Spring Mills the other day in that matinee and starting to show some life at the right time.
Tegan Moulton steps in here. It's now 1-1.
Swinging strike there as went with the curveball that broke away. Moulton couldn't catch up to it there on the outer half. Actually couldn't reach it. There,
fouled away.
That time he slapped it, made sure he reached that same pitch. Moulton been the anchor in the middle of this defense. Yeah. Him and Dominguez have been a great job at keeping that middle tightened up.
Let me specify the scores I just gave out. It's 4-0 Washington over Spring Mills in softball. It's actually an early lead for Spring Mills in baseball, 3-1. Next pitch is in, up out of the zone for a ball. It's bottom of the second from Washington. They do have 2 runners on and 2 outs in the inning. This next pitch out of the zone.
Grant tried to get him to fish there a little bit. Ball strike up, or a curveball up.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. Henderson gets another strikeout. Jefferson's side groaning at that one. That's the second out.
Yeah, I'm looking behind the plate. I can see it was over the plate. I can't see high or low. It certainly wasn't high, but if anything, it could have been maybe a little bit down, but it definitely was center cut and somewhere around that plate. Now, whether or not it was below the knees or not, I can't tell, but it was certainly a good-looking fastball. But the only person that matters called it a strike as we get strike swinging here on Sager.
Big cut at that first pitch. And the next pitch out of the zone for a ball.
You could see Grant when he came off the mound, that wasn't where he wanted to be. He kind of fell to his right. Excuse me, to his left, our right.
And here's a pitch lined right back up the middle for a base hit by Sager. They get their second hit of the day with 2 outs in the inning.
Probably see a runner here for Sager, who's the catcher. We get a courtesy run. Looks like number 27, maybe? Creighton Palkovic. Creighton Palkovic.
Batting third baseman, number 10, Kyle Kutcher.
Creighton Palkovic out there, courtesy running for the catcher. High school baseball, you can run for the pitcher and the catcher, and that doesn't, it's not a substitution. It's kind of a freebie, so keep those guys fresh, ready to come back out.
First pitch to Kutcher will be fouled away. Kyle Kutcher, the third baseman.
Kutcher batting in a 9-hole, second lead off here. Grant looking to put an end to this before the top of the lineup comes up. Kutcher looking to extend this inning and give the top of the lineup a chance.
Here's the 0-1 from Henderson. That'll just be off the zone, breaking out of it for ball 1.
Henderson has a great pickoff move. Jefferson really hasn't extended that lead out enough for it, but now we're getting a big lead here as starting to inch out there a little bit.
1-1, fouled away.
He may or may not go here, depending on Palkovic's speed here with 2 strikes and 2 outs. You may want to try to see how it plays out, and then and if
1-2, swing and a miss. 5th strikeout already for Grant Henderson.
Yeah, he fooled him there. That was a big curveball. He wasn't going to swing his back and out, and then he decided he better swing because it was covering back over the plate. It's a great pitch there that fooled him completely.
No runs on 1 hit and 1 left on for Jefferson. We'll take 60 seconds, come back with the bottom of the second here from P.O. Faulkner Park. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Back for the bottom of the second on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube, which is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. And, hey, the Martinsburg High School Alumni Association annual banquet will be on Saturday, March 23rd, 2026 at 1 p.m. at the Holiday Inn at 301 Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg. Tickets are $26, and they're available at Jordan and Hess and the new location of Patterson's Drug Store. First pitch swinging for the inning is Grant Henderson. And he's going to pop up to shallow left field where Nyan Dominguez ranges back and makes the play.
Last inning, Kutcher was up there. The lineup card says Kyle Kutcher. I've always known him as Blake Kutcher, so I'm not sure.
How about that?
So the lineup card does have Kyle. Maybe it's just a faux pas there.
It does. Our roster says Blake.
Well, I've always known him as Blake, so our apologies one way or the other. I think I'm going to go with Blake.
Sure thing. That's on the roster. It's a given name versus chosen name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ball 1 and 2. Bradley Loper.
Lineup card we were given says Kyle, but roster says Blake. Of course, my name's John. They call me Trip, so.
1-1 now. And the 1-1 will be outside.
Maybe it's his twin brother.
As long as they call you something you like, you know.
Yeah, it's good. At least they call me, right? That's what they say.
2-1 pitch to Loper, and this is going to be hit high in the sky, but again short, and it looks like Kutcher is going to make the play just in fair territory for out number 2.
Yeah, these two pitchers doing what they do. Grant's a strikeout guy, and you can see Engel, he just figures out a way to get a lot of soft contact, and his ball moves, his fastball moves. He doesn't ever, when he leaves things over the plate, he can get hard at that point, but he generally doesn't do that, and that's tough to do when you throw 100 pitches a game to be to be able to stay out of the middle of the plate.
And here's Brody Robinson hitting one far, but foul. Pulled it just a little bit, one hop to the wall.
Yeah, Brody's been getting some platoon starts here and there, and now that you have Clayton Elliott out with the 2 weeks with when he ran into the wall the other night and actually got concussion, so he's out. So Brody's going to have to pick it up here, and he's done a great job. 2 hits over Mercersburg.
0-2 after this one's taken for a strike.
Tom Brady effect. Your starter goes down, you got to come in and show what you got, right?
Absolutely.
And Brody's been doing a great job of that. A lot of speed on the bases, very aggressive.
0-2. This is going to be hit in the air to left field. This time it's going to be fair, but Jet Gross is right under it to make the play. That's 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second. Still no score as we go to the third. Take 60 seconds. Come back with more EPAC baseball on TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Top of the third inning on TV 10. It's brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Nobody has been able to get a run up on the board in the first 2 innings. Grant Henderson and Andrew Engel going strong. We were talking about it during the break. Trip 44 pitches for Henderson, 21 for Andrew Engel through 2 innings. And he said that's strikeout pitcher versus contact pitcher.
Yeah, conducive to their styles. If you're a lot of strikeouts pitchers, their pitch count gets up a little bit, and guys that do contact. As we see a ball here on a curveball away, as saying, during the broadcast earlier that his advanced stats are crazy when it comes to getting guys out in 2 to 3 pitches, come down the ball low. Engel can get guys out, multiple 60% of the time with 3 pitches or less, and that's just crazy. He's 15 pitches an inning kind of guy. So
this is going to be a hit on the ground. Dayon Fisher gets it over in time. Dominguez was hustling, but couldn't quite get there.
Wasn't hit quite that hard. Dayon picked it up and kind of gave it a little bit of a Hollywood double clutch there. And when Dominguez sent that, he just turned it up a notch and made it really, really close. But yeah, these two guys can get it done in different ways, and it's just fun to watch them pitch. I always enjoy watching them from my spot in the dugout in the summer.
Healy's going to hit to contact. This is a slow roller to second. Fisher got to have some more urgency on this one, and it is in time.
Yeah, one pitch out there is a little more contact here, as Grant must hear us talking about his pitch count elevating. Now here he is, 2 outs and 4 pitches, isn't it?
Switching roles for this half inning. That brings up Jet Gross, who was the second of the 5 strikeouts first time through the inning, through the lineup. Surf Guerra is in the on-deck circle, and there's Gross, throws down a bunt at 0-1, trying to catch the infield napping, but fouls it off.
3-hitter there, trying to lay down a drag bunt. He does a good job of that. He'll get on the base anyway at all as well. He'll put them toes up on the line. He'll take his walks. He'll take his hacks at it. Been a great hitter for Jefferson this year.
Here's another one fouled off.
Looks like he's going to end up taking his first freshman year with Potomac State and might try to go up there in two-way. Had initially thought he might go to Shepherd as a pitcher, but now he has an opportunity to possibly two-way at Pot State.
And this one runs in and hits Jet Gross.
Curveball. It really broke there, and Jet did a great job just turning on it, letting it hit him. Did get away from Grant a little bit as he was trying to get under the hands of Jet, as Jet was up tight on the plate. Or maybe he just said, get off the plate, and I'll just hit you in the butt. I don't know. I doubt it, but I don't think we're quite at that level of baseball yet. But these two young men are going off to college, and
pickoff attempt over to Gross.
So you'll see that at that level. Gross does have speed. Ken Steele is a great read, but he does have respect for Grant's pickoff move as he throws it over there as hard as he throws it home.
Henderson taking his time, and the throw that breaks, but not quite into the zone.
Similar situation he was in with Guerra earlier, 2 outs. See if he challenges him here or if he kind of stays away from him and respects the power there.
Next pitch is a ball as well. Guerra drew a walk in the first inning. This is popped up by Guerra. Fisher going in a shallow right field. Domenico, they don't communicate. It pops off the glove. Domenico throws it home. Jet Gross scores on the error in shallow right field.
Yeah. John Lowry pointing to Guerra like, why ain't you on second? As Jet was going all the way hard. Fisher had called it. It's certainly Nick's ball there, but he has to be very, very loud. You know, we have headsets on. We can't tell, but there was certainly miscommunication out there. Yeah. And they ran into each other. The ball hits the ground, and the ball was hit so high in the air, and Jet was on the move with 2 outs that he came all the way around.
And this next pitch is popped up, and it gets down. Throw over is going to be in time as we got a little bit of miscommunication. Fox and Henderson had to decide who was going to go after that one. Fox makes the play for the 3rd out, but the mistake in the outfield puts a run up on the board for Jefferson. The first of the game will go to the bottom 3rd. Cougars leading 1-0. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We move to the bottom of the third inning, brought to you by Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Attention to detail like no other. Visit dignitymemorial.com. Jefferson with the first run up on the board after a mistake in the outfield. And now Andrew Engel gets the pitch with a lead.
Nick Domenico throwing the ball, hitting the ball well this year. He's got a lot of power. The miscommunication out there, Deion Fisher, it's a freshman. Nick Domenico's senior. Nick probably thinking that he'll just give way, and he just didn't, and they bumped into each other. So a little Nick ball all the way, once he gets to that point, so as he takes the ball there up. But great job by Jack Gross running it out, and Coach Lowry wasn't happy with Guerra not hustling it out. He'd give him a fit, but that's Jefferson baseball for you.
Lined right over to Moulton at second base. The hit by Domenico for out number one.
That ball was hit well. Yeah, let me correct myself. That's Jefferson coaching. I wouldn't say it's Jefferson baseball. They don't, the expectation is to run it out no matter what. So, that ball was hit hard on the nose there. Hard luck for Nick Domenico. That's probably the hardest ball we've seen tonight other than Brody Robinson's foul ball.
And this is a bunt laid down by Fox. Engel roaming is not going to be able to make the play in time. It's an infield single.
Yeah, great job by Fox. Engel, right-handers tend to fall off to the right side of the infield, put it down on the left side. Kutcher was back, and so he got a base hit, and they broke the no-hitter with a bunt single.
Number 2, Drew Earhart is the courtesy runner. Now batting, number 27.
Brings up the top of the order. Jameer Brown. And Brown is going to pop this one up towards the right field side. Play is made by Moulton for the second out.
Two down here, Coates plate. Got Earhart. You might want to possibly consider stealing here and try to get into scoring position, as Coe's known for more of a base hit, single here and there. Not quite ready to call him a gap-to-gap hitter in his young career, but possibly if he could get Earhart over, a single would certainly get him in scoring position for Coe, who's done a great job of getting on base and finding some green out there this year. A lot of base hits in this young man.
Here's Coe for his second at bat. He had a nicely hit ball at the center field in the first inning, but it was right to Rolfe for an out.
Yeah, he's simple at the plate, keeps everything simple. Hands are just right by the ear hole and just raises those hands up and
this is popped up and out of play.
Pops this one out of play, but he's a very simple approach, an A to B kind of swinger. He relaxes, hands on his the bat on his shoulder, gets his hands up there by the ear hole, and just keeps everything simple, straight to A to B. He balked.
Angle, it's not called.
Maybe he must have stepped back and he fell off the mound. I thought maybe that was because he double a clutch there. He had to step back then. He wanted to throw first, but he didn't have no footing. A little different move that time.
Another pickoff attempt, nothing doing.
Peanut's got a good move too.
Runner goes. Earhart. Here's a throw down, and the tag is in time. Caught stealing is the courtesy runner.
got a good pitch to throw. One ball was up, a fastball up. Great job there, but I'm not upset with the call. I think you got to try to get him over there no matter what, and give your team a chance to get that one run back and keep that momentum at least neutral. So, and then you have Liam Coe coming up as a leading off the the top of the fourth. So not a terrible thing, but great job by Sager and a good tag there by Dominguez. End the inning.
Let's take 60 seconds. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Senator Jason Barrett fought for the taxpayers of West Virginia and won. He passed historic tax cuts, putting more money in the pockets of hardworking families. Here's Jason Barrett.
I went to Charleston on a mission. We cut the personal income tax by more than 30% and returned over $1 billion to the taxpayers of West Virginia. And nothing makes me prouder than having the opportunity to serve you as your state senator.
Paid for by friends of Jason Barrett.
Fourth inning here from P.O. Faulkner Park. Top of it brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com as the first pitch of the inning is out of the zone for a ball. Andrew Engel is up. And this pitch is in for a strike. Henderson winds and fires. Big swing and a miss by Engel.
Henderson up quickly, out 1-2, isn't it?
And here's the 1-2 from Henderson, and it's another strikeout. 6 already for Henderson up on the mound.
And I asked him before the game, I said, how do you feel? He said, I feel really good. With an exclamation point, so he's feeling it tonight. He was feeling it right there coming on, and spoke with Peanut a little bit, and he was feeling pretty limber too. So they were looking to match a good matchup, and it's what we've seen so far.
First pitch to Moulton is a bit outside the zone. Moulton struck out looking. In his first at bat, this is hit foul the other way.
61 pitches here on top of the fourth after 3 1/3 for Grant here. Another quick inning he could use to ensure his longevity in this game.
And this pitch breaks onto the outside corner for a strike.
Engel, on the other hand, has been through 3 innings and only 29 pitches. So
yeah,
again, he gets out quick. And
this is hit down the line, just foul of the first base bag.
I was saying earlier about Andrew, he's not committed. I mean, anybody's watching this young man during the recruiting season last year, a couple of visits he had, he couldn't throw much, and of course you're not going to get a lot of offers if you can't go up and throw. But he'd be a young man that can get outs quickly for you.
And that's strike 3 taken. 7 Ks already for Grant Henderson.
7 of the 11.
Jefferson just can't see him well right now.
Now batting number 3, Liam Sager.
7 of the 11 is strikeouts here as Grant showing his ability to throw here and warming up.
And the first pitch, the next at bat, will bounce out of the zone to Liam Sager.
Grant has been a guy who kind of cruised into the season and just got stronger as the season went on. Martinsburg's looking for that again. They're going to need him completely healthy in May.
That one's outside the zone as well. Sager has one of the 2 hits so far for the Cougars. He's going to take this one for a strike.
Sager with the big throw him out, caught stealing last inning, the end of the inning.
2-1. Big cut. Nothing on it. Makes it 2-2.
Bridgeport comes to town tomorrow to play Jefferson. A doubleheader. That'll be a big game for them. Big matchup.
Rocket Fire, Henderson. This is just over the head of Dayon Fisher for a base hit.
2-out base hit. Good job by Sager with 2 strikes to get the bat on the ball, get it over Fisher's head. You go see Palkovich come in and courtesy run again as catcher has 2 hits there on the night and both line drives, so gets his hands through the zone pretty quick.
Palkovich as a courtesy runner.
Three hits so far for Jefferson. All 3 hits are by Liam Healy, and 2 for Liam Sager.
The Liams.
Quick pickoff attempt by Henderson. Can't quite get him.
Even Palkovic had to look to see if the umpire was going to call him out, so we know it was close. Umpire's in a pretty tough position there, but Grant does have a great move, and he's generally on target with it.
Time called at the plate.
You want to keep him there, but you certainly don't want something to get down the line to get him over on third base, at this point with 2 outs. So you definitely want to keep him honest, but try maybe not your A move here to the point where it gets away.
Now here's the first pitch to Kutcher, and he's going to foul it straight back.
It got confirmation. It's Blake. Kyle was just a mistake on the roster, so on the lineup card. So it is Blake. So just a mistake there on the lineup card.
The 0-1, Henderson will now get ready again. Takes his time, and now the throw. That'll be off speed and fouled away for strike 2.
Yeah, he hit it. Moulton did a good job of, Blake did a great job of staying back on that pitch and trying to push it the other way. He didn't catch up to it. It was a curveball, but wouldn't surprise me now if he catches a fastball in the inner half at this point after that pitch. See if he can catch up to it as you see Foxy move over to the inside. Fastball there, and it gets soft contact in the left for an out.
And Brody Robinson with the catch. That'll be the 3rd out. So that's a runner left on for Jefferson. And we'll go to bottom of inning number 4. They still lead 1-0. Take 60 seconds and come back with more EPAC baseball on TV 10.
Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg is looking for joyful, dedicated primary lead teachers for grades K through 4 to join our vibrant team for the 2026-27 academic year. We're searching for educators who believe in more than just lesson plans, teachers who inspire a love of learning, build confidence, and weave biblical truth into every subject. At TCCA, we offer so much more than a classroom. With a 100-acre campus full of outdoor adventures, daily research-based agriculture classes unlike any school in the state, movement-based instruction, equestrian education, and bi-weekly student choice clubs, and a Christ-centered classical education that connects learning to real life. Our students don't just thrive, they flourish, and so do our teachers. If you're passionate about laying a strong foundation for young learners and want to be part of something bigger, we'd love to hear from you. Email your resume to Rachel Hull at RachelHullTCCA@outlook.com. That's Rachel Hull TCCA@outlook.com to apply or learn more. The Classical Christian Academy is located at 7192 Arden Noble Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia 25403.
We move to the bottom of the 4th inning on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Bottom 4 brought to you by Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com. Liam Coe will come back up to the plate, and first pitch swinging on the ground to second base for the out.
30 pitches is all that Engels used so far to get 10 outs. So you see him there with a lot of first pitch. It's just crazy how he can get outs, without many pitches. And
number 10, Silas Zarnecki.
Him and Grant are certainly 2 of the best in the EPAC when it comes to matchups.
And this is a big curveball taken for strike 1. We heard in the pregame interview from Coach Byler that They know that Engel pitches to contact, so they were going to go up there swinging, but so far not a lot of good contact. This is off of Engel on the contact. Throw wide by Dominguez, trying to rush the throw to first. It might not have been in time anyway.
No, that's a base hit. It bounced off that turf. It took a two-hop and caught Engel right in the back, shot up in the air, give Dominguez a chance to get over there in time to pick it up, and looks like Engel's no worse for the wear. We're not even going to have a check on him here, so it must have glanced off of him, but great job by Zarnecki getting up that line as Martinsburg has the second hit of the night here.
Malachi Green!
Malachi Green steps up.
Engel almost got the assist on that one.
Yeah.
Off the back.
Green's going to foul off the first pitch. I'll look forward to our schedule next week. Baseball and softball. On Wednesday, we'll be at Hedgesville as they take on the Spring Mills Cardinals. Then it'll be back here in Martinsburg on Thursday, but it'll be softball. Jefferson will come back over here in softball action. And then we'll finish out the week on Friday, May 1st at Jefferson as they take on the Eagles of Hedgesville. Those games, those first two start at 7. When we go to Jefferson, it'll start at 6. And Malachi Green gives this one a ride, but it's just foul. Would have gotten down for extra bases.
Yeah, he got a hold of that one. Got a fastball in. He got his hands on it and just got it inside the line down there by the post 14 baseball sign. And it was about 3 foot foul. It definitely had double written all over. Had Liam Coe on his horse. Could have possibly come around, tied it with that one. Ends up being a long strike, too. And you see Andrew Engel just kind of shrug his shoulders like it's just a strike. And so no worse for the wear as he comes back up.
Green will reach at the 0-2 to foul it off, stay alive.
This time he stays away from Green. Has Green reach out there for it. Look for him to stay away with anything as far as a fastball. Staying away again here as catcher set up outside.
This pitch is up and away out of the zone.
Yeah, Engel didn't get on top of that one. He never give it a chance. He knew it.
1-2.
Jefferson playing straight up because Malachi does have power to all three, to both sides of the field.
Golf attempt, not in time.
We've seen him go down the left field line and the right field line this season, so Jefferson playing straight up. Defense is back, not necessarily in what you would call a great double play depth at second. Oh, they move up to it.
And here's another stab to stay alive. Fouled away.
So they stay back. Jefferson stays back there, but the pitch they creep up into more of a double play depth. Good hard ground ball would get Engel out of it here as the two guys in the middle for Jefferson do a good job turning it. Or they like to say twisting it.
And Green will this time hit it into play, but Jet Gross should be underneath it, and he does make the catch for the out.
Yeah, he got out there about 300 feet, but Gross out there just kind of backtracked it. Played on this field a good bit, and pretty comfortable out there.
2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth. Martinsburg still trailing 1-0 as they did when the game ended in their first matchup with the Cougars. But it's been tough to beat Jefferson so far this year. 16-3. Martinsburg sitting at 12-8 as Henderson will foul this one away over towards the softball fields. Henderson popped up to shallow left center on a play made by the shortstop in his first at-bat. Takes the ball on this one. If Henderson can extend the inning, we'll see Bradley Loper get his second at-bat. Engel looks in, and the pitch. That'll break off the plate for a ball.
Job by Grant. Grant's seeing the baseball well this year. He's had a couple big hits. He's also had some hard luck outs. Hit the ball hard a few times, and going to Millersville to pitch. So getting this chance to play his high school career here and play the middle, swing the bat.
Big swing at that one, but couldn't get anything on it. 2-2 is the count.
Took a big hack at it, didn't he?
Sure did. Here's another pickoff attempt.
As a coach, you like to have 2-1 pitch, sit on the pitch, maybe even guess at that point, or at least, and you can do some real damage to it.
Bueller.
Engel throws. This is hit on the ground to third base. Play is made by Kutcher. Throw to first in time to retire the side. So one left on after one hit by Martinsburg. We'll go to inning number 5. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Cougars as we get into the final 3 innings. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
We move to the 5th inning. The top of the 5th inning on TV 10 is brought to you by CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location, 650 Foxcroft Avenue, where owners just care more. Jefferson will step up to the plate again with a 1-0 lead. Grant Henderson back to the mound. It's one unearned run across the plate for the Cougars. That is the difference so far.
Got some great pitching matchups across the EPAC as start this inning, but Spring Mills got Danner pitching against Sweeney. Spring Mills got a 3-1 lead. They got a couple of runs off of Edwards as he started the game and give way to Danner, who's come in and shut down that. As Danner goes down low.
1-1.
But most of them, you got Vines and Woolham up there fighting out in a 1-0 ball game.
There's one on the ground. Dominguez. Slow roller to Fisher. Is going to be thrown to first for the out.
At the moment, you have Woolham shutting down that Hedgesville team and found a way to get an unearned run off of Jay Vines, who has been unhittable at times this year. You start talking about EPAC Players of the Year. There's certainly a candidate in Vines. McGill's hitting the ball and throwing it well, and you've got Jet Gross. You got these two guys on this Martinsburg team. You got a lot of guys that can really do some damage at the plate and on the mound in this EPAC. And then so 1-0 up Musselman over Hedgesville, and then a 3-1 Spring Mills over Washington at the moment.
Henderson hits the zone after starting with a ball to Liam Healy. It's 77 pitches so far for Grant Henderson through 4 1/3. He's given up just the one unearned run, 3 hits and a walk, and struck out 7. This is going to be popped up in the infield. Jameer Brown's going to run in for it and make the play.
Yeah, that's a big out. Healy's a tough out, and you got Jet and Surf coming up behind him. So big out if you can face, Jefferson's 3, 4, 5 guys with 2 outs, and twice now. Even if Jet gets on, we'll have seen Guerra with 2 outs, and if he does get Jet, then he'll have to force Guerra to lead the inning off. So good spot for Henderson to be in. Doing a good job at the top of that lineup.
Jet Gross struck out swinging in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third. He's going to take a big swing and a miss at this one.
He has a big swing early in the count, but he does do a good job of shortening it up. Jefferson's, make sure to try to keep those guys from striking out a lot. You don't mind a big swing early, but you do like to protect late.
Two and 1 is our count. Here's the next pitch to Gross. He's going to foul it away for strike 2.
game could come down to one mistake. That's how tight these two teams are. It's how they play each other tight. 1-0 ball game. We're back to a 1-0 ball game, and what team's going to make the mistake at the moment? Jefferson has capitalized on a big strike out there on Jet Gross to end the inning.
Swing and a miss. That's the 8th for Henderson. One mistake so far is the difference trip, as it's still 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 9 outs remaining for Martinsburg to get into this one and get a run up on the board. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1870.
Providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
The bottom of the 5th inning, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. If you tried to call him now, he'd be a little busy. Dylan Bishop and Trip Tobin with you on the call.
Tell him to give us a call Monday, right?
Right. Strike called to start the inning to Bradley Loper. Kyler High producing back at the studio. Colton Musgrove producing on site. And Ethan Elliott and Vernon Dale Piquel running the TV10 cameras this evening. Bradley Loper on the ground. One hop stopped by Kutcher. Throw to first in time.
Okay, great play by Kutcher. The ball was hit hard by Loper. Line drive. Didn't give him not much he could do. As Kutcher gave his Machado a look over there, he knocked it down, jumped up, made a good hard throw across, and got Loper by a step. Loper might have hit it too hard.
Number 1, Brody Robinson.
Brings up Brody Robinson, who has one at bat so far. Flew out to left field. Maybe the longest, or at this point, second longest hit of the night for Martinsburg, but it was foul. Him and Malachi Green have that in common as this pitch is in for a strike.
Yeah, the two hardest hit balls tonight have both been fouled by a couple feet.
Robinson able to lay off of this one out of the zone. One is our count. Engel with the pitch. It's high for a ball.
Brody coming in looking good. Taking an opportunity here to get some swings here.
He will swing at this one. It's again at Kutcher, who stumbles a bit after making the catch into the glove, but still throws it on to first in time.
Kutcher trying to be player of the game, isn't he? He's trying to get the glove's been tough over there tonight. He's happy to be off that dirt down at Jefferson on the turf up here.
Yeah. Engel's still making quick work of everybody.
Number 3, Nicholas Domenico.
That's just 49 pitches from Andrew Engel through 4 2/3. And first pitch to Domenico will get away from him a little bit, break out to the other batter's box.
Spring Mills has tapped on another run. After a single and a walk. The fielder's choice scores a run.
Domenico is going to hit this one into center field, and Jet Gross gets out of the way of Andrew Rolfe so that he can make the play for the third out. So we go to the 6th inning. Jefferson still leading 1-0. We'll take 60 seconds, come back with more EPAC baseball on TV 10.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion. If you've been hurt in a car accident, time is critical. You've got car repairs, legal deadlines, and medical treatment that can't wait. The sooner you call Mansion Injury Law, the sooner we can help you. Because memories fade, evidence gets lost, and photos can't be retaken. You only get one chance. Let us help you make things right. Get more with Manchin. Call 1-800-557-4LAW.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
Back on TV 10, top of the sixth inning, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. We're getting down to the final two innings, sixth and seventh. Grant Henderson still on the mound for Martinsburg. Andrew Engel still on the other side for Jefferson. Both going strong, but one mistake in the outfield has gotten a run across for the Cougars, and that's all we have so far. Surf Guerra will start off the sixth for the Cougars, 4, 5, and 6 in the order. Rolf and Engel to follow.
Feel like we're watching the game we watched a month ago, don't you?
Yeah, very similar. And Guerra is going to sneak this one into right field the other way for a base hit. It looked like Fisher was playing over, shifted a bit to the third base side and snuck it through.
They don't always see him push the ball that way a lot. He certainly does like to pull the ball. They're going to get a runner here, number 2 for Jefferson.
Number 2, Andy Roberts is a pinch
Looks
runner.
like Andy Roberts is going to come in.
Now batting, number 7, Andrew Rolfe.
Another Roberts coming through the Jefferson baseball era here. Had a couple of brothers come through ahead of him. One's actually a quarterback.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Slinging Sammy Roberts. This is a check swing, but it's in the zone for a strike. Angle 0 for 2, grounding out the short in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth. And here's a swing and a miss, or excuse me, it was Rolf.
Rolf.
Struck out looking in the first and grounded out to the catcher in the third.
Had that little weird pop-up with the backspin, almost got him a base hit out of it. As Coach Lowry calls timeout, goes up, talks to, gives Rolf a little talking to, see what the 0-2. I think he probably told him to get a hit.
That's what I would tell him.
Yeah, get a hit here. We just got one. Let's see if we can get 2 in a row.
This is a check swing, but it's going to be in play. Henderson going to go and make the play at first. The fielder's choice.
That's kind of big, though. You know, I mean, you don't strike out, you get the ball in play. At least you move the runner up. It's a productive at bat. You know, it's a quality out. You go from 0-2, you know, looking like that Grant's got you. And certainly did have him. You know, he just check swung it, but did get it in play, and that could turn out to be something big there, as now Jefferson just needs a CNI single to get an insurance run. That's kind of how it's been for Grant and Jameer this year, though. Seems like things hasn't quite went their way many a times. The ball hasn't really bounced their way much, and hope they get all that out by
Engel, first pitch swing, and Zarnecki is going to make the throw over to first after a nice sliding play.
Yeah, great play. Another great play by a third baseman here tonight as they're putting on a clinic over there. But, yeah, you hope for Jameer and Grant's sake, and then Loper and Liam Coe and that pitching staff that the ball bounce their way a little bit as they get closer to get into the playoff season. But at the moment, plays like that, you know, where they just kind of get the bat on the ball and get a productive out against them sometimes is frustrating. But great job there by Zarnecki to make that play, keep that ball in the infield, and get 2 outs here. Get another out here from Martinsburg.
This is another one. First pitch swinging again, sliding to his knees is Zarnecki, and again makes the play at first base. Tegan Moulton grounds out for out number 3. Quick inning, 1 runner left on for Jefferson. It means we go to the bottom of the 6th. Martinsburg still looking for that first run to tie things up. We'll take 60. Come back with more EPAC baseball on TV 10.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Move to the bottom of the sixth, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. And if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com.
Infields are putting on a clinic here tonight for these guys. I've seen some great plays out of this group, and that's why the score is 1-0. And these guys are pitching extremely well. Not a lot of walks, not a lot of free bases, not a lot of errors, and just the one that's making the difference in the game at the moment.
The first pitch is to Braden Fox in the 9 spot before it flips over to the top for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, if Fox can get on here, certainly would put a little pressure on Engel and Jefferson, and he's looking to see the top of the lineup with one out.
Fox is going to hit this one high, but Jet Gross has the range to get over to it and make the play.
He lifts that glove up. It looks like it could hold a large-sized bowling ball. I think it's about 21 inches.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But, yeah, Andrew did a good job there. As I was saying, he would like to get that out and not have to face the top of the order with a man on base here. So may not have to face top of the order again, with only 5 outs left in Martinsburg's offense here. They need to do something here now, top of the order coming up.
And you mentioned, Tripp, 5 outs to go. Andrew Engel has thrown, now with this one getting across for a strike, 54 pitches.
It's phenomenal how he gets outs and gets outs early in the counts.
1 strikeout. He's only given up 2 hits and a hit by pitch that grazed the jersey of Silas Zarnecki.
Yeah, it's vintage Engel. Like I told you, you'll be watching a game and suddenly he'll be throwing a great game, and you'll look at his stat line and expect multiple numbers, big number strikeouts, and they're not there. But the weak contact percentage is just off the charts.
Fastball outside on the 0-2.
He can, it doesn't do a lot of damage to his arm. I mean, not a lot of stress on it.
Brown will hit this one. It looks like it may stay in play. Guerra, it was over dives, and he can't quite get to it.
Yeah, great effort by Guerra. He laid out for it. He could have. They certainly they know they know what Jameer Brown can do. So the urgency there to get to that one, trying to keep him from seeing another pitch was certainly there. So great job by the right side, Liam Healy and Guerra and Moulton going after that. They went deep into the bullpen over there.
Brown 0 for 2, struck out looking in the first, popped up the second in the third, and now he'll strike out swinging. That is the second strikeout of the game for Andrew Engel.
Both Brown.
Yeah, that's been it. 2 through 9 in the order, hasn't struck out, but it hasn't mattered.
Number 7, Liam Coe.
Liam Coe flew out to center in the first and grounded out the second in the fourth.
Curve ball away, got him.
First pitch, in for a strike.
Engel feeling it.
Wind up and the toss. This is going to be hit through the infield maybe. Dominguez has it, but the speed of Coe is going to be too much, as it was a softly hit grounder that just barely got past Kutcher.
Yeah, Kutcher had to come up. He had to defend the bunt. Martinsburg has shown it would bunt, drag bunt in any situation, so he had to be up in the grass a little bit there for the lefty, and because of that, it forced the ball got through him on the dive. Dominguez did a great job getting to it. Thought maybe he just throw it across the turf there, hope he get a good hop, and maybe Code would fall down or something. So he
tried
made the throw.
Tried to do his best Derek Jeter impression, but couldn't quite get it there with the speed of Co.
Tying run on base now as we got Salazar Necki up, one of Martinsburg's best batting averages on the team here. So Martinsburg going to try to move this runner over. This looks like Code has no lead.
Angle throws over anyway. Keep them honest.
Code must have gotten the be safe sign from Coach Ballard because he only has 2 steps.
This popped up, out of play.
The throw out of the caught stealing of Earhart earlier could play big in this game as it could saddle Martinsburg's running game a little bit.
Sarnecki, the only Bulldog to reach base in both of his first 2 at-bats, but he won't do it this time. Swing and a miss for the 3rd strikeout by Engel. Sends Martinsburg down to just their final 3 outs. But before they get the chance at that, Jefferson's going to have one more shot at insurance runs. It'll take 60 seconds and come back with the 7th inning. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg is looking for joyful, dedicated primary lead teachers for grades K through 4 to join our vibrant team for the 2026-27 academic year. We're searching for educators who believe in more than just lesson plans, teachers who inspire a love of learning, build confidence, and weave biblical truth into every subject. At TCCA, we offer so much more than a classroom. With a 100-acre campus full of outdoor adventures, daily research-based agriculture classes unlike any school in the state, movement-based instruction, equestrian education, and bi-weekly student choice clubs, and a Christ-centered classical education that connects learning to real life. Our students don't just thrive, they flourish, and so do our teachers. If you're passionate about laying a strong foundation for young learners and want to be part of something bigger, we'd love to hear from you. Email your resume to Rachel Hull at RachelHullTCCA@outlook.com. That's Rachel Hull TCCA@outlook.com to apply or learn more. The Classical Christian Academy is located at 7192 Arden Noble Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia 25403.
Top of the 7th on TV 10 is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers. Committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located in historic downtown Martinsburg. 1-0 was the first score when it went final between these two sides on March 27th. It was Andrew Engel on the mound for Jefferson, and it's deja vu all over again, as Yogi Berra would say. 1-0 in the 7th. But Grant Henderson still going strong for the Bulldogs. This is fouled away. Liam Sager trying to do some damage. One last shot in regulation for the Cougars. This next pitch will bounce, breaking from Henderson.
Must have been clinging to that 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th. They got bases loaded, 1 out against Jay Vines. Trying to add to it insurance runs for Woolham, who's shut out Hedgesville at the moment.
Strike 3. Got him looking. That's strikeout number 8.
Now batting number 10.
Musselman now up 3-0 after a single by Zimmerman with bases loaded to score 2 runs.
Let me correct myself.
Bottom of the 6th.
It's 9 now for Henderson.
9 strikeouts.
Brings up the number 9 hitter. One of those strikeouts. Blake Kutcher takes a strike here. Struck out in the 2nd to end the inning and then flew out to end the 4th. He's going to fly this one out to left field, and again is the 3rd out. Not the 3rd out, 2nd out this time, getting ahead of myself. But that is out number 2, and Jefferson down to their final out of the 7th.
Now batting number 9, Nayan Dominguez.
Nayan Dominguez will try to keep the Cougars alive, try to give themselves and Andrew Engel a bit more of a buffer in the bottom of the 7th. But Dominguez is 0 for 3 against Henderson. A strikeout and 2 ground outs the 2nd.
I think Grant knows what's with the Healy and Jet and Guerra behind him that this was a big out.
Dominguez takes a strike. He will foul this one up over the head of Ethan Elliott behind home plate outside the press box for us. Henderson winds and fires with the 0-2, and that is way off the plate. Had one that he could have made Kutcher chase with. Got away from him a bit. Roxon fires the 1-2. That one's outside as well.
Yeah, Grant's about to throw his 100th pitch here, so has an opportunity to go the complete game if Martinsburg can figure out a way to score a run or two, get it to extras, or get the walk-off. He would have the complete game. Get to extras, he may not have many pitches left as he's at 100 now.
And there's another stab at this one. Fouling away. Henderson up over 100 pitches now. This is going to be on the ground to Loper. And Loper calls off his pitcher, just moves it over to the base for the third out. So Jefferson can't get one up on the board. It's still that error early in the game in the third inning that is going to come back to haunt Martinsburg as they go to the bottom of the seventh. Final 3 outs, down by 1. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Bottom of the seventh inning, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced and certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777. Jefferson, 3 outs away from winning 1-0 again over Martinsburg. Malachi Green will start this inning. He will be followed by Grant Henderson and Bradley Loper, the last chance for the Bulldogs.
Malachi gave that thing a ride the last time. That ball cut back in on him. There's a great pitch.
He wasn't expecting it there. It makes it 1-2.
It had a nice little cut to it.
Here's a ground ball over to third. Kutcher. Nice. Oh, they were going to say that Guerra came off the bag as he extended out to try to get that one.
Coach Lowry's going to come out quickly and ask for a little bit of help here, as he feels like that he was on the bag, so he come out of that dugout quickly.
From my angle, we couldn't really tell.
No, I couldn't tell at all.
I don't know if Lowry's going to really get much of anything out of this. The appeal would be over to the home plate umpire, who had about a similar angle than we did. Your Trip, we got a Facebook comment about why Kutcher was referred to as Kyle.
Okay.
It's his older brother.
Older brother, Kyle? Okay. See, I told you. I said twin brother, but we were close, huh? as a Jefferson faithful is not happy with that call there at all, but it stands. So right now Martinsburg has a lead off one. They're going to put a runner on over there. And not sure who got on the run here, but
Henderson tries to make the bunt happen there, and it's Drew Earhart over there.
Yep. So the smart play here is try to bunt him over, try to get Loper to find a single. So we got a lot of noise going on now as Grant's going to square. Ball's going to be up.
Makes it 1-1.
Engel try to push the ball up on a 0-1 count, hope that Grant might pop it up and keep it from being a sack. They're going to call timeouts. Cross is going to walk out. And I think this is a situation where he's going to say, where to throw the baseball and, set his defense up, make sure everybody knows the guarantee, make sure we get an out, here. We don't want to, fish around and end up putting him on base. So I think he's going to tell him to, try to maybe throw him a curveball here. We'll try to get him to pop that bunt up. Either way, just kind of talking to him about, calm him down a little bit. As Coach Crawford was coming out, he was kind of pushing his hands down to the ground, like everybody calm down, like we got this, and didn't really want the conversation, but he was getting it anyway. So pitch selection and what to do with the ball if it comes to you, and settle that defense down as he squares, and Grant's going to get 2 strikes on him now. So is Martinsburg going to make Grant bunt again? Coach Ballard has shown in the past that he will put the bunt on with 2 strikes. Engel's in the driver's seat now. He can waste a pitch. He can put it up. Grant has to be careful here of bunting anything foul. So we'll see if he's going to bunt again or if he's going to swing away. He's going to bunt with 2 strikes.
He gets it down in play. Engel and throw to first. It's thrown away in the right field. Earhart going to be held up at third. Henderson gets to second. The winning run is on second. Tying run on third for the Bulldogs with no outs.
He's going to let Grant run as they knew the bunt was coming. Cross went out and said, make sure you get the out. And it just got thrown in the tank there as Engel wasn't able to make a solid throw to first. It got into right field. Luckily, it didn't score the tying run, but right now you got Loper up, and you got an opportunity just to bunt again. Safety squeeze, anything here as first base goes back. Brad could get a ball in the gap and be a walk-off here, but right now you got to get this first run in, so maybe you squeeze it in here. I'm not sure, but Garrett is way back, not thinking bunt, and so he's going to play back in case there's a pull. The infield is going to play basically straight up with Kutcher on the grass. Gives Coach Bauer an opportunity to not have to give a signal, to tell them exactly what he wants to do. Maybe at this point you like to be able to go in and say, all right, if he throws a strike here and you don't catch up to it, maybe you bunt the next pitch, safety squeeze. Here we're going to go all out right now. I mean, at least now you can say there's no miscommunication after that. So see what Loper can do. Loper also has home run power we've seen in the past. Yeah. So a lot of things going Martinsburg's way here. This is the bottom of the 7th. Winning run on second base, nobody out, and Jefferson's in a pretty good jam here.
This is the one time the pitching, the contact might not work out for Engel, as this is up for a ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm getting ready to say, I'm not sure why the Jefferson defense is back. I don't know. They don't want to. I guess they'll give up the 1 run, but they want to keep the ball in the infield, so they'll do all they can to keep it at 1 run. Not sure.
The 1-0, Loper, big swing at this one and a miss.
As the crowd really erupts here, Engel needs a strikeout bad. If he gets the ball on the ground to one of these infielders, especially in the middle or the first base, the game's going to be tied. So all he's got to do is really get it in play on the ground on the right side.
The 1-1. This is going to be fouled back.
But the defense is back, willing to give up the 1 run for a tie ball game. As opposed to letting the ball get through them to, and Grant scoring and making it, a walk-off. Tough defensive decision there, what you do. But at the moment they're going to play straight up.
1-2, Loper, swing and a miss. Strike 3, just the 4th strikeout from Andrew Engel.
Huge strikeout there. As Brody Robinson comes to the plate, and he has had Coach Lowry's going to call timeout. I think he's going to let them know that this kid has put the bat on the ball pretty hard against you. Runs really hard. Going to set his defense up and let him know that first base is open. And if there's no play at first, don't force it. He's just going to go over all the scenarios he can. If you got to check the runner before you go across, or you're going to decide on how he's going to play this. So he'll probably play it once again, defense back, maybe halfway. I'm not sure, but a lot of hand signals there. But he certainly set the defense where he wants it. Difference between Robinson and Loper is speed, of course, so he can get it on the ground. But he has hit the ball pretty hard a couple times tonight, and could be the. He could certainly be the hero here.
Now batting, number 1, Brody Robinson.
Robinson takes ball 1. There's been a note up here in the press box. Did they do 2 mound visits this inning already?
Yeah, Cross went out, and then Coach Lowry went out.
And this is check swing, not checked, strike 2. That would mean that second mound visit, you have to take the pitcher out. But it wasn't called by the umpires itself.
I think you get 3.
You get 3?
I think. Okay. I know in Legion we have to go.
Robinson tries to get it down. Third baseman not able to run back to third and catch Earhart in a pickle. But the miss on the bunt makes it 1-2.
Yeah, that would have pushed at least 1 run across there, but Martinsburg not able to put it down there. But yeah, they had 2 mound visits inning. I think on the third you have to go now in high school apparently.
So 3 at the high school level. Okay. Yeah, this is hit in the air. Robinson, this should drive in the tying run. Gross makes the catch, throw, cut off. No play at the plate. We're tied at 1.
Robinson doing a great job there of getting the ball lifted, especially after not getting the squeeze down. Sometimes you can just give up, and he stayed with it. He hit the ball hard again tonight. Engel's a little bit dismayed there, but guys, the bunt play where they got thrown away is kind of what got him in this situation. Not necessarily the pitching, and I think he knows that. His mound composure has been really good too. As now we're going to see a runner for Grant Henderson.
Number 8, Carson Tomlinson.
Carson Tomlinson.
For the pitcher.
Yeah. So now you got Domenico up. You see the outfield going to get back. They don't want nothing over top of their head. They're going to at least make a play, but the outfield's got to be up enough that a ground ball to them that they can make a play at home. So you can't really get deep here. You got to play up.
Domenico will take this one outside. He is 0 for 2. Lined out to second and flew out to center.
The infield's playing straight up. Outfield's up a step or two, so just in case Domenico gets a base hit, they're going to try to make a play at home. With a 1-1 game here.
The 1-0. Domenico will foul this one over the Martinsburg dugout.
And here comes, this is the third visit. Somebody's going to have to come out of the game.
That's the third.
John Lowry comes out to talk to Andrew Engel.
I don't think he's going to be able to continue.
I wouldn't think so.
They must have a different
So Lowry goes back. Umpires have not forced the pitching change.
Certainly is.
It's the 80th pitch.
We'll get a clarification on that rule, but a little different than what we play in the summer, of course.
81st, I should say.
We got Tomlinson tying his shoe out there, so we have another break And look at Nick, he's ready to go. Nick never stepped out.
Tomlinson looked like he had to tie his shoe out at second, so time was given to him.
2 outs, tie and run, or go ahead run. Walk off hit.
And this is in the gap. It's going to get down. Tomlinson rolls around third and scores the winning run for the Bulldogs. Domenico is the hero in the second.
Unbelievable. Nick got a pitch. He can drive into the gap there. Tomlinson come around, scored easily. Andrew Engel, hard luck loser there, threw the ball great all night long, and it come down to, like you said, who was going to capitalize most on the error. There was the error of Martinsburg, give him a 1-run lead earlier, and the error on Jefferson that set Martinsburg up, put 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out, and that ended up being the undoing as 2 errors were the difference in this game. I mean, 1 error each team, and one just hurt a little bit more than the other, and that's what it come down to as both teams played almost flawlessly.
Well, let's take a 2-minute break. Roll into postgame as Martinsburg beats Jefferson on the walk-off by Domenico, 2-1. This is EPAC Baseball on TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers. Or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Postgame show on TV 10, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean and comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Well, Tripp, looked like we were going to get a do-over of the first game between these two at Jefferson, but the 7th inning, you get an error, and then a walk-off from Nicholas Domenico.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, the game, it looked like Grant Henderson was up for another, hard luck loss where he gave up no earned runs. I mean, he gave up no earned runs tonight. Had struck out, I think double digits, and it was just kind of, as much as you don't, both those guys. I know both those guys, Engel and Henderson, but I felt for Henderson there as he had pitched his heart out and looked like he was going down to a 1-0, on a 1-0 loss there on unearned runs, and it's been a lot of those for him this year. And him and Jameer and his pitching staff at Martinsburg has had some hard luck losses, by giving up minimal to no earned runs and end up taking a loss. So just great to see those guys be able to get that. Against a great Jefferson team that certainly has the best EPAC record here, and haven't certainly heard the last of them. But third, fourth time too, contact pitchers. it's hard to get guys out the third or fourth time through, when you contact pitch and, you feel like you just missed it the last time you just missed it. But ultimately the undoing for both these teams would have been an error. If the error doesn't happen there in the 7th inning and that ball gets played clean, Jefferson probably wins 1-0 because Martinsburg made an error. So there were, a couple errors, and the one there in the 7th inning just hurt a little bit worse than the one there in the middle of the game. So that's how close these two teams are playing against each other, and it's how tight this is EPAC is going to be, and it's going to be a great playoff season come sectional time, regional time.
Our game scoring summary brought to you by the Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com. It was 1 run on that error, as you mentioned, at the top of the 3rd for Jefferson, and then 2 in the bottom of the 7th for the comeback victory for Martinsburg. It's 1 run on 4 hits and 2 errors for Jefferson, 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error for Martinsburg. Get you that and some team stats, which are brought to you by CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. It's 1 RBI each for Brody Robinson and Nick Domenico. For Martinsburg, Grant Henderson pitched all 7 innings on 103 pitches, gave up 1 unearned run and 4 hits and 1 walk, and struck out 9. Andrew Engel, 6 2/3, gave up 2 runs, both unearned. 4 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts on 82 pitches. And here in a second, we'll get post-game interviews. Here is Coach Byler and our players of the game will come up here after this wild game between the Bulldogs and the Cougars.
Musselman has tied things up Hedgesville's tied things up at Musselman in the top of the 7th. Hedgesville's got a 2-out single by Jay Vines, the actual pitcher, to make the game 3-3, and Washington's pulled ahead now of Spring Mills.
Here we go. We got our, I believe, co-players of the game coming up here. The hero in the 7th inning, Nick Domenico. You get it done there at the plate. Andrew Engel all game long was doing a good job of getting you guys to hit it in play, but 4 outs. What did you see in that last at-bat that you were able to get that winning run across?
Just flat fastball. I sat back on it and drove it to left field. That's all I was focused on, was just putting it in play.
When you're going up there in the 7th inning and you guys need those runs up on the board, you've been held off the scoreboard. It's looking a lot like that first game at Jefferson. But what was said in that dugout, what was the feeling in the dugout as you guys were coming up to bat, knowing that, hey, we still have a chance at this?
We were pretty confident. I mean, obviously, throughout the game, we were putting it in play, so we didn't really have to worry about not putting it in play. It was kind of just something that was waiting to come, almost, with how we were hitting it.
So the game kind of had a feel like the last time, like, it was a 1-0 game. Runs were coming, were a tough game. You got down early a run, and looked like you weren't going to crack the code there. You got a chance there at the end of the game, and the dugout kind of lit up. How do you proceed from here? The EPAC's been so tight, and everybody's got an opportunity. 2 teams are going to state this year, so it's got to give you some life there to be able to beat one of the teams that's probably leading the EPAC at the moment in wins and losses. And how's that make you feel as you move forward? Your chances for this team to advance out of the area.
Oh, sorry. It feels great. I mean, I'm pretty confident that we can beat anyone as long as we play well and as long as we play together. And as long as we just keep hitting like we did tonight.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You can hand that off to Grant. Grant almost had yourself a hard luck loss, as Tripp would put it, but in that 7th inning, your offense comes through, including yourself getting on base and coming across the score. How does it feel with the pitching performance from yourself to just have that offense finally come through for you in the bottom of the 7th and get that win?
Well, I mean, you said there at the end that the offense finally come through for me. I mean, if we really look at our whole season, we haven't had but maybe 2 games where we haven't been offensively putting the ball in play. I mean, we've been putting the ball in play a lot. It's just we haven't had a lot of breaks come our way. But on the mound, I mean, it just felt great, especially after my last outing. It felt great to come out here and compete and go 7 innings and just give my team a chance.
We made a mistake in the Washington game. Liam Coe gets the walk-off, and we don't have a co-player. and we've watched you guys play all year long, and I call it hard luck loss. The ball really, and I said it in the broadcast, a couple of balls that were hit were almost base hits. You had a guy on, tried to bunt his way on. You got 2 strikes on him. He swings away, gets a swinging bunt, and moves guys up and gets out. So it's felt like the ball hasn't really bounced your way. You guys have played unbelievably competitive. A couple 1-run, 2-run games, and a lot of hard luck losses. So you and Jameer being seniors on this team and taking those hard luck losses, I guess you could say, ball not quite bouncing your way, keeping your mound composure when there's an error and you got the pitch that you wanted. That's the example that you're putting out there. It's going to lead a long way. And I just want to say that. And I guess my question to you is that, what is the feeling in the dugout with you guys, with the freshmen to the seniors, all kind of contributing, and you guys coming out there and having some tough losses in the EPAC.
I mean, yeah, if you look at our lineup up and down, we're a veteran group, but at the same time we're young. So I think our older guys definitely leading and showing the younger guys that, we're down 4 runs in the 3rd inning doesn't mean anything. I mean, baseball's a funny game, right? Like, it's anyone's game, any inning, any pitch. Like, we talk all the time, like, a baseball game comes down to 6 pitches if you really look at it. I mean, on average, like, those 6 pitches are what determine the game. So, I mean, keeping everyone in the game and keeping everyone focused on, like, the goal at hand and just staying locked in every single pitch and trying to win every single pitch is, the most important thing to try to compete with all these teams. And I think we did that very well tonight.
You get the bunt down with 2 strikes, they throw it away. You're on base. You want to run. You want to score the winning run, and how it feels. And I think everybody in the place knew that you were bunting with 2 strikes, and the concentration level has to just be 100% at that point, trying to get the bunt down. But then when you see it go down the line, what are you feeling going to second base at that point?
I looked and saw Drew, to be honest with you, at second base still when I was rounding first, and I got a little scared that he was going to get to third. But it felt great. Like, to get runners in second and third with no outs. Just putting faith in our lineup once again, all the way through where, we can do damage. So, a big shout-out to, Brody Robinson. He's low in the lineup, but, he's putting a hurt on the teams, the past few games. Nick has been on and off, but, tonight, big time, big step up. That's kind of, what our team is. We can come through for each other. We have faith in each other. I think that's just the important part of our team.
The examples you guys put out there when you stay calm is going to go a long way. There's a lot of teams that are emotional, and it's hard to play this game with them high and low emotions. And I think you and Jameer and the seniors on this team don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low, and I think it's going to take you a long way in the playoffs. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Grant can hand it off to Coach Byler.
You mind if I sit?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was a quick game, but still felt like it took a lot out of me.
Took a lot out of you, yeah.
Sure. Coach, you went almost, it was deja vu all over again, it felt like there for the first 6 innings. From that first game, Engel pitching to contact, not able to get the runs across the board, but that 7th inning comes around, and they are able to get it done. What felt like that difference in the 7th?
Well, I felt like we got a couple breaks, right? Malachi legs one out there, they're off the bag, and then, Grant gets a bunt down with 2 strikes, like Tripp said, and they throw it away, and then you're second guessing, do you bunt Brad? You just go squeeze and try to win it that way, and you let Brad hit and he strikes out, and now you're like, crap. And then he tries squeeze with Brody, he misses a squeeze, and now he's got 2 strikes, so I'm like, oh crap, are we really going to let second and third with, that's what it felt like, and I'm sure you guys were. You've watched enough of our games to feel like that's what it felt like too. So, just proud of them with how they handled it. Obviously that play there in the 2nd inning loomed large for quite some time. So, nice to see Nick get a little bit of redemption there with that hit. And I think Tripp already mentioned it, but Grant and Jameer have had some games that they should absolutely have won, and it's nice for them for one of them to at least get a break and win a game there. That he was phenomenal.
You've had those 2 young men in your organization pitching since, Jameer, since he's a freshman. Grant comes up through during a time when he had a lot of talent. But to see those 2 guys the last 2 years, take those hard knocks. Those young men are going to be great citizens. They are great leaders. Everybody can pitch until it's time to do things, real pitching things. And those guys, to me, are leading with an example of calmness, your coaching staff's calmness. How is that playing over with these young guys that could play with nerves?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that it helps them, and I hope that they're, the thing with, Liam and Dayon and Brody now, who's a sophomore, and I don't know if they've ever been nervous. I don't know if they get nervous. Dayon and Liam have played in, big junior league games and little league games their whole way up, and they're used to winning, and I don't know if it really bothers them. I asked Liam one time, he looked a little nervous. I said, there's no reason to be nervous when you're prepared, and but Grant and Jameer, the calmness that they play with, I pulled Grant aside there after we dropped that ball and just said, there can't be a reaction, and you know that, and you did it absolutely right, and now go in the dugout and lead. Jameer doesn't have a hit tonight, doesn't look great at the plate, but he led. It didn't. You can never tell. If you would just watch those two and didn't watch the game, you would have no idea if we were up 10 or down 10, and that's, that's to me the biggest compliment you can give a kid in the game of baseball at the high school level.
Yeah, let's talk about Brody a little bit. Brody comes in. I mean, he's been, he just about, put the ball in the corner there early, put the bat on the ball, and there he comes up in a big situation, gets the ball in play for you. I mean, and there's a young man who's just been kind of waiting to get his shot. I mean, a little bit of depth, when you get Clayton back, Clayton's going to pitch for you. Brody's an emotional guy, and he brings a life to it. And I mean, he's running out short fly balls. He's rounding second when they catch it. He's aggressive. Fun to watch, just to get it out there. So, there's going to be a fight, and he's taking his opportunities there. But he does add a spark to the dugout into it, and that's this time of the year. It's a grind, and you need that spark.
The thing about Brody is we're at Myrtle Beach, and he runs face first in the wall, and he gets 6 stitches, and he's all cut up, and his knees banged up, and we show up the next day at Walkmall. He's still got dry blood on his face because he can't get it off. And I said, Brody, you want to play today? He said, yeah, I want to play. And nothing wavered. He still sprinted on the field. He still did the stretches harder than anyone, and that's a testament to the type of kid he is and the type of work ethic he has. And it's awesome for him to get a shot and to be playing as well as he is right now.
So we're over halfway through and seen a lot of the EPAC games, seen a lot of the EPAC teams. What are you looking? How are you as you look forward? I know you hate to do that, and you're going to say we're about tomorrow, but you have to think about how is this going to shape up? I mean, you've taken some hard losses. There's so much pitching in the EPAC right now that the offenses are. I mean, everybody's offense in the EPAC, certainly stumbles, and these guys throwing in this EPAC are really shutting down the EPAC offenses. There's a lot of 2-0 games, 1-run games, 3-3 games going on right now, tie ball games across the board here. Woolham's thrown against Vines and McGill, and down there we got Sweeney and a couple. A lot of pitching in this area. So how are you going to be able to overcome some of that pitching and get your offense going and moving forward? Big picture.
Well, you asked us. I think the first thing is I told them after the Mercersburg game. I said we eventually have to start trending upward, and it's to the point in the season we don't want to peak right now, but we have to trend upward, and we did that with 13 hits at Mercersburg, and tonight was kind of those ones. Do you continue the trend or do you stop and head back down? And we I think are going to continue that trend hopefully. When you look big picture, and I think we can play with anybody on any given night at any place in the state when you have Grant Jameer on the mound. And even Clayton, when he gets healthy, has pitched really well. So, I don't know how it'll shake out. I think wherever we get seeded and whoever we play, it's going to be an interesting tournament. And I think with those pitchers that we have, that gives us a shot every night. And if we can, finally start figuring this offense out a little bit, then it gives us an even better shot. And we didn't have a whole lot of hits tonight, but I thought their bats were good. And you got to give credit to Jefferson, man. They don't give you anything. I said, we were talking before the game, what makes Jefferson so good is they don't give you anything. You have to earn every single thing, and the only time you'll beat them is if they give you something. Well, they gave us something tonight, and we were able to beat them, and we'll take that. And I think although they gave it to us there they did give us a couple free bases, I still think we earned it by how we competed, how we handled ourselves, and how we just kept playing the game. So
yeah, a lot of hard hit balls. Defense was great tonight, both sides. I mean, the third baseman was putting on a clinic out there, and Grant got strikeouts when he needed to. if anybody's still listening, and plus I need to know for myself, can you give us the pitcher's visitation rule, because it's certainly different than I'm used to?
Yeah, you're allowed. You just have to make the change on the 4th.
The 4th.
Yeah,
okay.
yep.
No matter when it is.
You can take 3 whenever it's the 4th change. Yep.
Throughout the game.
Yep.
And quickly, how is the region set up for, because I know it's different this year?
Yeah. So there's 10 teams. It's the 6 teams here. Morgantown, University, Wheeling Park, and Preston, and everybody will be seeded 1 through 10, and that's a double elimination tournament. And out of that bracket, 4 teams are state qualifiers. So depending on where you get seeded, you might have to win 2 games. You might have to win 3 and maybe even 4 if you're a lower seed. But I think 1 through 3 get a bye. And I can send you guys that bracket to look at. But I think you need, you're going to need probably 3 pitchers to have really good nights to get out of it. So I hope that we have that. You're going to need some offense, and hopefully. Somebody asked me the other day, like, how are you going to vote this thing? And they started talking about the EPAC records and this and that. I said, but I mean, it's different. In my mind, it's different. Like, I don't know how you can vote it on just your EPAC record when there's four other teams. They said, how are you going to vote? So I don't think there's any way to vote it besides overall record. Like, I don't know. Like, anybody can come up with the justification they want, but in my mind, like, I'm going to vote it overall record, just because that's the way it is, and especially with the votes being public now and all that. Like, to me, you can't justify it any other way, because you have the EPAC, but that's not the region anymore. The region has 10 teams, not 6.
And that's a North region, and there's 4 in the South. So you're going to get 4 from here and 4 from there?
Yeah, so there's 20 total teams, 10 and 10, 4 and 4, and then reseed 1 through 8.
Okay. Makes some sense. So, yeah, we were struggling with the mound business, and we knew 2 teams could possibly come out here, or none,
or 4.
Or 4, yeah. So we'll make sure that we clarify that during broadcast, and we appreciate it. Great game, guys. A lot of these guys, I'm glad multiple teams can come from here, because I think there's a lot of great talent here, and just was a great game to watch, and it's good to see, as much as no doubt that I see Ingle all summer long, but I was just my heart was kind of breaking for Grant once again. No earned runs, him and Jameer, and it's just great to see him out there. So, good job keeping your team involved and keeping them from just laying an egg there at the end and just saying, what the heck, we're not going to win again. We're going to lose 1-0. It's tough. But kudos to you guys and those guys, and certainly your senior crew that's holding this thing together and trending upwards.
Really, really good Friday night EPAC baseball. That's for certain. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach. That'll wrap things up from P.O. Faulkner Park, as Martinsburg gets the win over Jefferson 2-1 on the walk-off by Nick Domenico. The drive-in Grant Henderson. So for Kyler High producing back at the studio, Colton Musgrove producing on site, Vernon Dale Piquel and Ethan Elliott running the cameras on the TV10 side, and Trip Tobin next to me. I'm Dylan Bishop saying so long from P.O. Faulkner. This is EPAC Baseball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday night.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, Cody's Auto Body, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Berkeley County Health Department, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, and CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.